request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. And so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Can we all say amen? Please be seated. Once again, you're welcome. It's the grand finale, the final day of the 7th NDIS Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit, private sector-driven initiative with the theme Adapting Stability through Diaspora Investment, Navigating the Path to Prosperity. And we've been doing that, haven't we, in the past 2 days? And what a great time it is on the grand finale today, as we have a lot coming up. But we begin day 2 as we invite Mrs. Marie David, NDIS Secretariat, for a quick recap. Afterwards, Honorable Abdurrahman Terab, Director Technology, Transfer and Innovation, TTI, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, will be coming up for remark. Please a round of applause for Ms. Marie Davis.
Good morning, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Thank you for coming for the 3rd day. So I'm going to do a quick recap of day 2, what happened yesterday. And this is truly a call to action for sustainable prosperity. So yesterday began with a warm welcome to day 2. On the 2nd day of the Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit, participants were welcomed with an inspiring rendition of the Nigerian national anthem, which brings me to tears every time. Mrs. Marie David, myself, I kicked it off with the day's events by recapping day 1, reminding us of the shared vision of diaspora engagement to drive prosperity in Nigeria. NIDCOM's Abiodun Akanbi then extended his gratitude to all attendees and the event team, underscoring the commitment of our Mama Diaspora, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, Chair of NIDCOM, for all her, she's just indefatigable, we all know that, but for all her support and all that she's done for this summit. Mr. Akambi urged the audience to seize the day's opportunities to connect, pitch, and contribute to the nation's progress, celebrating the diaspora's pivotal role in shaping Nigeria's future. And then we went into the pitching sessions. The first session was on agribusiness. The first session highlighted the potential of agribusiness to combat food insecurity and create sustainable development. Chaired by Mrs. Titi Ojo, she was actually the moderator, and she's the national coordinator of the Standard Partnerships Program. This session saw about 16 dynamic pitches on innovative agricultural initiatives. Notably, Miss Lydia Banku-Tiku of the Association of Female Agripreneurs received enthusiastic pledges of support, with participants promising resources ranging from seed funding to institutional partnerships. Then Senator Victor Umer, chair of the Senate Committee on Diaspora, emphasized that agriculture must be prioritized as a long-term solution to hunger. With one of the highest budget allocations, the sector stands poised for transformation, and the government is committed to resolving barriers for diaspora investment. His call for robust engagement reminded us that agriculture is not just an opportunity, but a necessity for national resilience. And then we moved on to the second sector. The second sector yesterday was healthcare. It was led by Dr. Friday Okpo Ujuju. The healthcare session focused on increasing access to quality healthcare for Nigerians, ultimate health management services, represented by Otumba Lekon Ewenla. He highlighted strides in healthcare partnerships and called on the diaspora to consider supporting relatives' healthcare needs in Nigeria. 8 speeches in this session showcased transformative health solutions. From tech innovations to new service models with strong responses from investors eager to back viable projects. Adeola Dorcas Foluncia's closing remarks urge business presentations to keep pushing forward. Healthcare, she reminded us, cannot afford to wait. And then we moved on to the third sector, which was mining and energy. The final session centered on Nigeria's abundant energy resources, especially the emerging prospects in compressed natural gas, CNG. Dr. Omanigo Otonocha of Fupri Energy Solutions moderated, with Barrister Araji Yakubu representing the Nigeria National Petroleum Limited PLC, NNPC. Yakubu outlined the immense investment opportunities in CNG infrastructures supported by favorable government incentives, including tax waivers and subsidized gas for transportation and industry. The session ended with a resounding message from the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, who applauded the summit's organizers and expressed the ministry's readiness to support investment pitches with tangible partnerships and resources. Now, on this final day of the summit, we're wrapping up with a shared dream for Nigeria's future. As we gather for the last day of this impactful journey, there's stirring in the hearts of every participant. Over these past couple of days, we've witnessed the incredible drive, the resilience, and the hope of Nigerians, both at home and abroad. Together, we've dreamed of a Nigeria where prosperity is within our reach and is within the reach for all, where each idea pitched, every hand extended, and each partnership formed brings us closer to the future we want to build. We've seen what happens when minds and hearts unite with a shared purpose, from agriculture, where the promise of food security shines like a beacon, to healthcare, where we envision a system that cares to every Nigerian, and the vast potential in energy and mining waiting to be unlocked. Each session has been a testament to the possibilities that arise from collaboration. For many of us, this summit is more than an event. It's a call to action, a commitment to push forward no matter how hard the road, because we believe in the nation we are building. It's a chance to honor the sacrifices made by our diaspora who journeyed here, who bring expertise, vision, and unwavering love for their homeland. And it's a reminder. So today, as we step into to day 3, let's carry with us the stories, the connections, the ambitions that filled this room in this past 3 days. Let's make this final day not a farewell, but a beginning. May we leave with our hearts full and minds set on the work ahead. May we be forever bonded by the dream of a brighter Nigeria and the determination to make it real. So here is wishing every one of us a successful, memorable, and profoundly impactful final day. Thank you for being a part of this remarkable journey. May we walk together, move together as one Nigeria. Thank you very much, and welcome to the third day.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Mrs. Mary Davis. Thank you. And with that, we invite quickly Honorable Abdurrahman Terab. He's Director, Technology Transfer and Innovation, TTI, Nigeria's in Diaspora Commission, NIDCAM. Please welcome Honorable Abdurrahman Terab. A round of applause.
Good morning. The Executive Director, President's Advisory Council on African Diaspora Engagement, here in our midst this morning, the Chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, the Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri-Rewa, the Secretary to the Commission, Dr. Sule Yakubu Basi, the Chairman of Nigerian Diaspora Summit Initiative, our State Diaspora Focal Point officers here present, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, pitchers and investors, esteemed colleagues, and our invaluable diaspora community, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. As we gather here on the third and final day of the 7th edition of Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit, I am honored to welcome you in this remarkable setting at the banquet hall of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Over the past 2 days, we have witnessed inspiring discussions, innovative ideas, and profound commitment to fostering strong ties between Nigeria and its diaspora. This summit has not only been a platform for dialogue, but also a catalyst for action, one that encourages collaboration and investment in our beloved country. We have explored various sectors ripe for investment, from technology and agriculture to healthcare, infrastructure, and the creative industry. The insights shared by our speakers and the invaluable contributions from participants have illuminated the path forward. Your engagement and enthusiasm are a testament to the potential that lies within our diaspora community and Nigeria at large. The quality of the pitches, presenters, moderators, interventionists, and the robust engagement from the audience and would-be investors is simply amazing. As we conclude this summit, I urge each of you to take the connections and ideas formed here back to your communities. Let us leverage the network we have built and the knowledge we have gained to create tangible impacts in Nigeria. Together, we can harness our collective strength to drive innovation and stimulate economic growth. I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for giving us this enabling environment to showcase this wonderful objective. Our amiable and hardworking and indefatigable chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, the Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri-Erewa, OON, the Mama Diaspora herself, the Secretary of the Commission, and the entire NITCOM team. Usually when we are coming into the villa, and the security men will always ask us where we are coming from, and we tell them we work with Diaspora Commission. And they start, oh, Abike? Yes, Abike Commission, okay then. So that's how they understand Diaspora Commission here, to the extent of our commitment to the work. I must also mention the superwoman chairman of the Nigeria Diaspora Summit Initiative, Dr. Badewa Adijube-Williams, and her very dedicated and hardworking team, who always fly in from every corner of the globe to ensure the success of this event. Our partners, sponsors, and everyone who contributed to making this summit a success, your dedication to Nigeria's progress is truly commendable. Let us continue to work hand in hand, bridging the gap between our diaspora and our homeland. Together we can build a brighter future for Nigeria. Indeed, this summit is a testament that the diaspora phenomenon is an economic phenomenon with far greater importance to Nigeria's economic development than we can ever imagine. The summit has further established the platform for entrenching the concept of diaspora direct investment, as the Mama Diaspora will say, which must resonate across the globe. This is what the Nigerian diaspora is capable of. This is what we can collectively do, and this is what we must achieve together through this summit. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing the great things we will achieve together. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please give him another round of applause. We are very glad to have here with us today the representative of the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development. So we'll be giving an opportunity for the representative of the minister to speak shortly, but let me quickly recognize the plenary presentation speaker, Executive Director, President's Advisory Council on African Diaspora Engagement, PAC-AD USA, Ms. Denise Lauren Monte. She's here with us. Thank you very much for being here. So we'll now invite the representative of the Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, for a very brief remark. Dr. Kalu I. Kalu. Please a round of applause for him. Dr. Kalu will be giving you 1 minute. 1 minute on NDIS is very expensive. Please clap for him again so he keeps to the time.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please, may I stand on already established protocol because of my time. I bring you greetings from the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development. It is one sector, the mining sector is one sector that holds so much potentials for the country. There are a lot of untapped resources that the solid mineral sector cannot offer. So we must develop this sector for us to engage our youth properly. We must develop the sector. And we welcome those, our brothers from the diaspora, brothers and sisters from the diaspora to the sector. We have a lot of reforms that we have, the ministry has done to improve service delivery in the sector. So we are welcoming our brothers, and we want them to come to the sector and help develop the sector for the good of all of us. So since my time is short, so we don't have much to say rather than to just encourage our brothers and sisters to come to the ministry for all of us to develop the sector for the good of everybody. So thank you so much, and we hope fruitful delivery. Thank you.
Thank you. Please give him another round of applause. Thank you very much, Dr. Kalu I. Kalu. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker, who will be giving us the plenary presentation speech, is a very distinguished American. She served as the Executive Director of the President's Advisory Council on African Diaspora Engagement in the United States and the Senior State Department Representative for the U.S. African Leaders Summit also, and a couple of others. She was the policy architect for the White House-launched digital transformation with Africa, DTA. That's the part in the script where you clap. She has received a lot of honors and is a recipient of 4 Department of State Superior Honor Awards and 2 Meritorious Honor Awards. She was named one of the most influential people of African descent, MIPAD, in 2018. She graduated from Howard University with an NA in African Studies and Public Policy and has a BA in International Relations from Sinkers University. She's married to Reverend Harry Lauren Matei. Ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, please help me welcome the Executive Director, President's Advisory Council on Africa Diaspora Engagement, PAC-AD USA, Ms. Denise Lauren Monte. And she looks Nigerian, so give her a Nigerian round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and good morning to you all. It's such an honor to be here. And although I look Nigerian, I'm actually a daughter from Ghana, but that's close enough. And so I'm really excited to be here. I was in Nigeria in July with our entire African Diaspora Engagement Council. And this morning I'll speak a bit about the Engagement Council that was launched in this administration last year in 2023. But to start, thank you so much, Honorable Dabiri. Thank you for having me. And I applaud all the great work. Can we all give it up to Honorable Dabiri and her entire team for this great work. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen, members of the diaspora and friends of Nigeria. I'm honored to be back in Abuja this year to join you for this important gathering under the theme Adapting Stability Through Diaspora Investment, Navigating the Path to Prosperity. As the Executive Director of the President's Advisory Council on African Diaspora Engagement in the United States, the Council made its inaugural trip to the continent in July, visiting both Lagos and Abuja of this year. Our time here was impactful as we engaged in a series of conversations focused on leveraging the transformative role of the diaspora in advancing prosperity. The theme of this conference is both timely and essential underscoring the unique role of the diaspora in fostering stability and driving prosperity in Nigeria through innovative investments, collaboration, and sustained engagement. In alignment with this mission, our council was established by the President to strengthen the bonds between African diaspora communities in the United States and their nations of heritage. Through our council, we strive to build a bridge that amplifies the power, influence, and voices of the diaspora, ensuring that our contributions to Africa's development and stability are fully recognized and actively supported. The council was founded on a simple but powerful truth. The African diaspora is one of the most dynamic, innovative, and committed communities within the United States. Comprising of over 2 million African immigrants and their descendants, this community continues to contribute to the United States through entrepreneurship, education, healthcare, culture, and public service. Yet we recognize that the diaspora's commitment extends beyond America's borders. The diaspora's influence and impact are keenly felt across Africa, especially in Nigeria, a country with one of the largest and most active diaspora communities. Our purpose for the council is to harness this collective energy and direct it towards sustainable and impactful change, both within the African community in the United States and across the continent. And so we do this by working closely with our government agencies, such as USAID, and across the African continent, our private sector partners, and diaspora leaders to promote investment, foster entrepreneurship, and support innovation to elevate voices and concerns for the diaspora. Diaspora investment is one of the most powerful drivers of stability and growth for African countries. Nigeria in particular, as I'm sure you know, has long benefited from the economic support provided by its diaspora. Last year, Nigerians' diaspora communities sent over $21 billion in remittances back to Nigeria. And a significant share of that, around $7 billion, came from the US alone. So what do we do with such numbers that are really high in terms of remittances? These remittances are a lifeline for millions of families in Nigeria, helping to support essential needs like education, healthcare, and small business growth. But remittances are more than just a financial transaction. They are a testament to the deep-rooted commitment that Nigerians abroad feel towards their home country. And so our council is really focused on coming up with initiatives that can harness the power of remittances and look beyond remittances from being a transactional factor. These funds must play a pivotal role in Nigeria's economy that represents nearly 4% of the country's GDP. How can we channel remittances in capital support to support local economies, create jobs, and provide a buffer against economic shocks? Remittances are vital to achieving financial inclusion, allowing individuals and families who may not have access to traditional banking services to meet their financial needs. While remittances have been a powerful tool, the diaspora can also make a greater impact through strategic investment. Moving from individual contributions to organized investment is important. This will allow the diaspora to generate greater economic returns and drive lifelong change in Nigeria. Today, we have an opportunity to expand beyond traditional remittances by creating larger platforms for collective investment. And this is one of our goals as a council. How can we provide capital for infrastructure, renewable energy, digital technology, and job creation for Nigeria? And so the US government, through our council, will support these efforts by helping to build the frameworks that make it easier for diaspora communities to invest. We are focused on creating an enabling environment where diaspora funds can have the highest possible impact. This includes improving transparency across the continent, reducing transaction costs, and supporting innovative solutions like digital financial platforms, and really providing capital for fintech partnerships that make remittances faster, more affordable, and more impactful. And so we'll begin to launch initiatives across these different key areas over the course of next year. Our goal, thank you. Our goal is to make it easier for diaspora members to go beyond individual remittances, but participate in pooled investment. We are creating opportunities for not only Nigerians, but for Africans in the US to partner with local entrepreneurs, support small and medium-sized enterprises, and invest in larger development projects that foster stability and economic growth. Through our council, we are building partnerships and working to create these tools and resources. We see the diaspora engagement as a key platform to spur economic growth, not only in Africa, but also in the United States. When diaspora members invest in their home countries, they create this two-way change of ideas, knowledge, technology, and capital that benefit both nations. And so this is why the United States, we've made a commitment through establishing this council to support initiatives that encourage diaspora investment and build economic resilience across the United States. And so as we continue to adapt and create stability through diaspora investment, I urge all of you to consider how you can contribute to the path to prosperity. Together, we want to create a Nigeria that stands as a beacon of stability, resilience, and hope, and an Africa that thrives through the collective power of its people, both at home and abroad. Thank you so much for having me.
Please do give her another round of applause. Thank you very much, Ms. Denny Lauren Monte. We'll be moving on to the pitching session, but just before we get there, I want to invite our very distinguished all-Nigerian, our hosts for this occasion, Right Honorable Abike Dabiri-Erewa OON, for a brief remark. Please, a round of applause for her.
Thank you very much. Can we give another round of applause to our sister, Denise Lauren Monte, for that very, very deep and inspirational speech. She flew all the way, came in very late yesterday, and thank you for being here this morning. She says she's from Ghana, but I think she hasn't done her DNA again. So I think you must be 50% Ghana, 50% Nigeria. But whichever way, we thank you for what you're doing for the continent, for what you're doing to ensure that we truly, build this continent of Africa. So thank you very much. You're one of the example of an African in the diaspora doing great things all over the world. Please, let's appreciate our sister again. And you've come with a very powerful message, which is what we've been talking about. How can the diaspora collectively impact the continent? It doesn't matter what part of Africa you're coming from. And that is why we're talking of the Diaspora Investment Fund. Imagine 1,000 diasporas put together $100, and then you decide to invest in your country. It's going to be very, very impactful. So we're glad with the initiatives of the African Diaspora Council under this administration, and we look forward to working with the council and thank the US government. My brother is here. Let's recognize him. Please stand up. Let them know that if you want anything in the U.S. Embassy, just stand up. Let them see you. He's the one to hold responsible. Thank you so much. So when they came some time ago, we received the council, and we look forward to working with you. We look forward to a greater partnership, and we look forward to building, to tapping into the enormous resources and talents and exposure of the diaspora. So as we've said here, and we're saying it again, for the Nigerian diaspora, we want to work with you. We want to build this country together. We want to ensure that, Nigerians at home work with Nigerians in the diaspora to build this great country of ours. And I have to also acknowledge Mr. Brooks, who is also a Nigerian in diaspora. Have you met her, Dennis? Mr. Brooks is one of the very passionate people about the continent, and by this time next year, we'll be bringing a whole lot of investors to come. And you'll go through, we'll put you through our pitching sessions. It's been very, very engaging. Amazing talents who came here to pitch. I'm going to see a few more today. And these are people that just invest a little in their businesses, can change a whole lot of things. Small businesses can grow to create a lot of jobs. So again, thank you for your speech. Thank you, everyone, as we move to the next session on MC. And let's thank this amazing lady. She's done a great job over the last 3 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please give her another round of applause. We'll be moving on to the pitching session, and just before we start, let me ask all the pitchers in the room to please rise for recognition. All the pitchers, wherever you are, please rise for recognition. Thank you, thank you. Please give them a round of applause, the pitchers in the room. Thank you. So shortly, we'll get to hear from them. Let me invite the moderator, Festus Adebayo Esquire, founder, Housing Development Advocacy Network Nigeria. He's the moderator for this session. Mr. Moderator, please approach the front if you're here. Is he here, the moderator? Is he here? Okay. I believe he probably will join us shortly. But just before then, I want to also confirm the MD Federal Mortgage Bank, Mr. Shehu Usman Osidi. Is the MD here or his representative? The MD Federal Mortgage Bank. Okay. So we'll take the MD CEO City Buildings. That's Mr. Gbenga Rahim. He will be speaking very, very briefly, but also leading moderation today, Barrister Dr. Adiola Adeleye Fashuba, who, of course, is a real estate expert. She's invited to take her position on the podium. A round of applause for her. So before we get into the pitching session proper, the MD CEO City Buildings, Mr. Gbenga Rahim, will have a few moments to speak. Mr. Rahim.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everyone. Our profound gratitude goes to His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria, and to His Excellency Senator George Akume, Secretary to the Federation, and to His Excellency Senator Victor Ume, Chairman, Senate Committee on Diaspora, and to Her Excellency, our mama here, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri Erewa, OON, CEO, NIDCOM, for putting together this awesome program of the 7th NDIS, Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gbenga Rahim, CEO, City Buildings Real Estate Company, and we are proud and honored to be amongst the sponsors of this amiable program. And we welcome you once again to today's session. Nigeria currently has a housing deficit of about 20 million housing units. The federal government, under the administration of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, have been meticulously working to reduce this housing deficit with laudable initiatives and housing development across the country. However, the government cannot do this alone. Hence, City Buildings Real Estate Company has therefore strategically positioned to partner with the government to assist to reduce this housing deficit. In light of this, we have a mission in Nigeria to develop about 50,000 housing units within the next 10 years. Our goals are as follows. 1, to partner with the federal government in reducing this housing deficit in Nigeria. 2, to support green revolution in the real estate sector. To create employment vastly in the real estate sector. And as I said, to provide about 50,000 housing units in the next 10 years. To achieve the above, we have over 200 acres, particularly in Lagos and its environ, and we also have housing units in strategic locations in Lagos, and we are also spreading to other states of the country. Our properties are covered by all relevant government titles, such as CFO, governor's consent, and others. This is to give our subscribers and investors rest of mind and peace of mind when engaging with our organization. The potentials in the real estate sector in Nigeria is vast, and as such, only the federal government of Nigeria cannot fulfill this enormous demand. That is why our city buildings, our doors are open, ever open, to like-minded Nigerians, both here in Nigeria and diaspora, that wants to work with the federal government, partner with the federal government to assist in bringing down this deficit considerably. So we are open to collaboration and leveraging. So therefore, if you know that you want to benefit and reap from the returns and the opportunities in the real estate sector in Nigeria, city buildings is your plug. We have an investment program where investors don't get involved in the brick and mortar operation, but their investment funds does the heavy lifting for them, and they only get awesome return of investment. In other words, to foster trust and confidence from investors, city buildings in some cases will not receive the investment funds directly, but the investment amount shall be paid to our suppliers who are nationally and globally known and acclaimed. This helps to lock down building material components and shields us against inflation and price variations. Once again, the ROI is very lucrative. In closing, we are registered with the Redden Association, we are registered with EFCC, and so we are calling upon cooperatives, corporate organizations, and diasporans and private investors to join city buildings to help the federal government reduce the housing deficit. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Welcome again to today's program. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, City Building. We'll now invite Nedu Homes and Property Limited, Chiwendu Chukulu. Are you here? The picture, Nedu Homes and Property Limited. Is Chiwendu here? Okay, Victor Oboho, Deltech. Is Victor here? Victor Oboho from Deltech. Are you here? Timi Sayolu, that's Property Wealth Builders Limited. So we'll take Timi immediately. Mr. Timi Sayolu, please approach the podium. Mr. Timi, are you ready? Please approach the podium. A round of applause for him. Mr. Timi, you have 5 minutes for your pitching. And if Victor Oboho, Timi Sanyolu are online, indicate if you are online, so we'll allow you to pitch from where you are. Would also want to ensure that we take questions as should be. Remember, we have the moderator as Barrister Dr. Adeola Adeleye Fashuba, Director General, Ekiti State Diaspora Relations, who will now be directing. So, first speaker, you're on.
Just a bit of clarification, guys. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So the pitching today is actually going to be under the ICT, but because I register under my business in the UK, we do have a property investment education company in the UK where we invest in real estate in the UK. So it was registered, but actually the pitching now was supposed to be under ICT, just for clarification. So, but anyway, for the purpose of clarification, so we are also a property investment company in the UK, so we're looking for partnership, but for the purpose of the pitch, we're going to be doing on ICT, just for clarification. Is that okay?
So your 5 minutes has started counting a while ago, and it's counting in ICT ways.
Mr. Balabalo.
Hello.
Mr. Balabalo.
Yes.
What? million naira through cyber attack.
This is our stories. I don't even know what's going on. Yes, 100 million was lost, yes.
Did you not hear about TIPA?
It's Tipa.
You don't know TIPA?
No, I don't. Please tell me, which Tipa? I need some help here, please. Which Tipa?
TIPA is a cyber security, AI, and training services. Did I not tell you to contact them?
No.
I feel like giving you a... Okay.
So,
Hi,
guys,
everyone.
we are from Tipa Consulting Limited. Thank you. So we're from Tipa Consulting Limited. We provide cybersecurity and IT training services. So I'm not sure if anyone knows this size of cybersecurity here. The expected growth of cybersecurity is going to be over 562 billion by 2030. That is a massive market. And so what is in there for us as Nigerians? This is a time to partake of this growth. As you all know, and this is in line with our President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Renewed Hope agenda, its initiative is to make Nigeria be one of the investment global place in the world. And I think with this cybersecurity, Nigeria needs to partake of this. We need to be involved in this movement. So we have a great team behind us that are taking this business forward. So we have a, yes. So if you can see on the screen, if you can go to the next screen, please.
Yes, so between us, we have a big team, and we have about 35 years of experience in training, cybersecurity, AI, so we have the expertise. So next slide, please. Okay, our ask is to ask for 1 billion naira, and we'll give 15% of the equity of our company within the next 2 years. Now, we ask to invest in naira, and then you will receive your yield in foreign exchange. I'll tell you why. The reason why is that our clients are abroad. So we have the expertise, and then we have the clients in diaspora. We have the sales team in diaspora to get a larger reach of the clients. Now, let me tell you how Nigeria comes into it. We will have service delivery team in Nigeria. This is where we invest. Next slide, please. We will train and we recruit staff. And we're going to impact the youth. We're going to impact unemployment.
You have 1 minute more.
So we will train these people. So India has done it. So we can also do it. Nigerians, we are very smart. Yes, so we can build this in Nigeria. So the money we're asking for is to have facilities, is to strengthen the strength of our team, and also we do have the IT services. So what we're trying to do here is making sure that Nigeria becomes a technology hub. You know, we've worked in the UK for a long time. We work with a lot of Indians. They have done it, we can do it. Thank you.
So if you do have any question, you can ask us, please.
Questions, please.
We have one question in the front, please. Okay,
Yes,
second question.
Okay, I think you need to allow the moderator moderate. Madam Moderator, you want to take it up from there?
Yes. Yeah, the gentleman in front.
Okay, so microphone set.
Thank you. My name is Benga Rahim, CEO City Buildings. Thank you for your pitch. Just as the same thing goes with other pitches of yesterday and the day before. So if you don't see someone to give you $1 billion, what if you see 100 million? Are you willing to take and also share part of the equity with?
Yeah, we're open to that. So collectively, investors, yeah, we're open to that as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any more questions?
We got a question over there. Okay.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I just want to know, what is your core product? You said cybersecurity, that's vague and vast. So you need to just let us know what specific do you do, because You might be chasing a rabbit hole that never has a bottom. Thank you.
Thank you. And the other question?
There's someone at the back. We'll take them together. Are there any more questions in the House?
Hello, good morning. My question is actually what you want 1 billion naira. What will this be used for? Is it working capital, or we just put this and then expect? I could probably go to a contract financing place and get 30% per annum. So if you want 1 billion, is it to train people, and then how does it come back to me? It's not stated, or maybe because you didn't have enough time.
Yes, so in the second year, that's when the yield will come through. What we're going to use the money for is marketing, training, getting facilities, and also the sales team. So that's what the money is going to be sent for. And another man also asked about, cybersecurity is very real. I've been a victim of it. We are targeting small and medium companies. We have loads of those in the diaspora, so they will require services. You've been hacked before, you know how important this is. Thank you.
Okay, you mentioned your services, and that was why you said it sounded a bit vague. So, your services, like how? The people in here that don't have an inkling of what you're talking about. So, could you expatiate a bit?
Okay. Okay. Yes. Hold on a second. Someone's going to. We have another team member there.
Good morning. Let me just add a bit of value to what the TIPA consultant is saying. The question asked was in regards what type of services. So first, is there sectors? The sectors are corporate, government, and SMEs. Now, in terms of what type of services, it's all about intercepting hacking. That's what it's about. It's really interception. So it's cyber interception. It's educating small businesses on how to overcome malwares, adwares, DDoS attacks, putting servers in place, firewalls, and it's things like that. So these are part of the guys that have come with me from London. So Timming, property wealth builders that you've heard, that's put in your naira, bring out your pounds. That's one of the examples I was referring to. And TIPA as well, just incorporated. But the whole idea is invest in naira, bring out the yield in pounds. She is not the technical head. She's just head of marketing. So that's why she hasn't got that in-depth insights. So I hope that helps.
So yeah? I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, yes, it is a bit clearer. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, we're having them, I believe. Kemi Tope Adeyemi, which city owns properties? Are you about? In the room? Yes, I can. Or we'll move on swiftly. Kemi Tope Adeyemi.
Madam Moderator, I just got information that we have Chiwendu Chukwunulu online.
Oh, okay.
Chiwendu, are you online? If you are, can you come up? Okay, there he is.
Okay.
So Chiwendu, you have 3 minutes. Your time starts now. Nedu home speech.
Ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Good day, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chiwendu Chukwunulu from Nendu Homes and Properties Limited.
The volume is quite low. Could you speak up a bit, please?
Okay, can we increase the volume, IT?
Is that okay now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Good day, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chinwendu Chukunulu from Nendu Homes and Properties Limited. I am here today to invite you to partner with us in nurturing and building farm estates and properties people will be eager to live and work in across Nigeria. Partnering with us gives you ownership of specific real estate anchored investment plus 80% profit from that investment. I'll give you an example. Let's say you invested 100 million naira to grab a real estate distress sales that was resold at 150 million naira. At the end of the deal, you will be smiling home with 140 million naira, and on our own part, our team will smile home with 10 million naira. Kindly visit our website, www.estateagentlagos.ng, for homes and properties we have available at hand right now. This is to say that as a company, what we do basically is marketing homes and properties for organizations and individuals we are partnered with, and providing consultancy services for investors and others interested in real estate investments in Nigeria. Being part of our investment community is as simple as you giving us permission to be sending you vetted real estate anchored investments that promises at least at 5% returns on investment for your consideration. Let me end by saying this: no matter what your investment objective is, no matter what your risk tolerance is, we and our team is available to help you to find real estate investment that meets your investment objective and that also accommodates your risk tolerance. Thank you for your attention as I take your questions.
Okay, before we take questions, I'd just like to ask quickly, what protection or security do you have for investors? Is there any kind of insurance in place?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. So is there any kind of insurance?
Yes, what type of security or protection would you have for your would-be investors? Do you have insurance in place? Do you have agreements with any company to help you with?
Yes, we have collaborators who are insurance experts that provide insurance coverage for our investment.
Alrighty, so over to you, House. Any questions, please?
So, Madam Moderator, we'll take the questions by your permission in a row. We'll take 3 questions. So, if there are any questions, please indicate, raise your hand. The hand at the back, please stand up, sir. You're wearing the red cap. That'll be number 1. Any other? Any other question? We'll take 3 in a row. Any other question? So, I'll assume this is the only question. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I'm Tunde Balogun. I love what he said. My concern was he mentioned consultancy in real estate investment. Is it symmetrically on its own product or some other aspect in real estate? Like some estates in Abuja, like World Trade Center, they are selling their apartments. Does it offer consultancy in that perspective? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. Nedu.
Okay. What we mean by consultancy service is offering advisory service and guidance for people interested in real estate investment. Let's say an investor come up and is interested in investing in Nigeria. We will help the investor to find a real estate opportunity that fits and meets his investment objective and also accommodates his or her risk tolerance.
Okay. that okay, sir? Are you comfortable with that answer? Or would you want more? Partially. Okay, go ahead, please. Very quickly. Where's the microphone? Microphone, please. With the man with the red cap, please.
Because real estate is diversified, you know, in real estate, I'm trying to be dimensional, in particular in Abuja environs, in where you have some real estate firm, estate consultancy company, and some other properties development. When you talk about consultancy, it's quite comparative. How to see its length, its strength, its capabilities. When you talk about estate development, its modus operandi. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Would you want to respond to that very quickly before we move on?
Okay, let me try. If I get the question well, you want to know our mode of operation?
Yes.
Okay, our mode of operation starts with understanding what the investor wants and advising him or her appropriately, and helping the person to acquire property that suits their investment objective and their risk tolerance.
Okay. Are you comfortable with that? We have to move on now. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. So we'll be moving on to the next speaker. Will be Temi Tokwe Adeyemi. Are you here now? If not, we'll go to Simeon Aneke. Simeon Aneke. Can you come over, please? That's Damak Garden City. Simeon Aneke from Damak Garden City. You've got 3 minutes. The MC will say your time has already started.
Morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everyone for the opportunity to be before you this morning, especially the NITCOM organizers.
Volume. Tax.
Okay. My name is Simeon Aneke from Doma Garden City. We are asking for subscribers in our Doma Garden City project. As we know, Domak is a real estate and land development expert. The project site is about 30 minutes drive from the Abuja Central Business District. Domak Garden City is a similarity of Abuja Centenary City. You can also describe Domak City as a Gwarimpa district. But among all, Domak is the most friendly investment at present, with over 1,140 hectares of land. And you also agree with me, the best time to invest in land property is at the stage of acquisition. And that is where we are now. The construction begins by January, and when the construction begins, the value of the property will be appreciating the more. Domak owns a piece of Nigeria initiative encourages Nigerians to invest in land as a means of securing their future. It offers affordable payment plans and a variety of land options across different regions, making land ownership accessible to a broader population. At present, we offer 450 square meters at 7,319 naira for a land value of 1.5 million. By January next year, this price will definitely increase by 100%. And in 2 years' time, the same property will be going for 5 million. So I encourage you to invest now. Doma Garden City is a multi-billion naira project and one of the largest in sub-Saharan Africa. The project includes residential, commercial, schools, hospitals, educational facilities, and more. As I said earlier, the project location is in Nasarawa boundary of FCT, with a 30-minute drive from Abuja Central Business District. The plots are of different sizes and it's with affordable payment plan. And if you want to know more about this project, please do well to visit our website, www.domagroup.com. And when you visit the website, do yourself a favor by ensuring you mention NDIS 2024. Because when you do that, we are trying to compile people that are coming from this forum, and we have a special treatment. So when you go to the website, www.domagroup.com, try to mention you are coming from this summit, and you'll be treated with special attention. And if you want additional support, also be specific by calling Mr. Simeon Aneke to give you the necessary support. As I said earlier, 450 square meter at present values at 739 naira, but by January, it will be 100% increment. Though the current price is 1.5 million per 450 square meter, but if you come from now to January to December, we'll be giving you for 739 naira per 450 square meter. And all our plots and all our land are well guaranteed. I pause now for more questions or any intervention. But before I do that, I have in the hall with me Mr. Ikelebu, the Chief Financial Officer of the company. So I'm not alone. So I know he's around. So if there is any other question you may have or inquiry, please feel free to do that. Thank you.
Okay, so are there any questions from anyone in the House?
Any questions? As the moderator has directed, if you have any, please indicate by raising your hand. We'll take 3 in a row. So you be number 1, sir. Please stand. Please stand. Any other? Any other? So that means that will be the only one. But let me quickly recognize the presence of, because I saw him moving, but is Honorable Sir Tochukwu Okere. He is Chairman, National Assembly House of Representatives Committee on Diaspora. He's been here, first day he was here, and he's here again. Thank you very much, Honorable, for joining us. So we'll take your question, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. My name is Uzuazo Ikelegbe. Mine is not a question, but to add that the price for the 450 square meter is 739,000 and not 739 naira. And coincidentally, I consult for DOMAC as the Chief Financial Officer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that correction. It's a little omission.
Are there any questions in the House? I've got a question, if there's asking. So what kind of title do you have? Is it CFO? Is it government approval? What kind of title does the land have?
Like we said, the value of 450 square meter is 1.5 million at present. And we are trying to see people from this summit, we'll be giving them 739,000.
No, the title to the land itself.
Sorry?
What kind of, is this CFO you've got? Is it government approval?
You will be given CFO. DOMAC has a desk in Najis because the property is in the Nasarawa State boundary of Nasarawa State side of FCT. So we have a desk in Najis. In FCT we have AGs, but in Nasarawa we have Najis. So as you procure from DOMAC, there's a desk officer from Najis that will be giving you your CFO, everything intact.
Are there any incentives for anyone, apart from people come from NDIS? Are there any incentives, friends and family members, if we tell them?
Madam Moderator, can I add to what he just said, please? The title we have is the CFO from the Nasarawa State government. But the Nasarawa State gives the right of occupancy, RFO, to those that buy properties, the land. So when you buy, we process and give you, ensure you have your arrow of O at the point of allocation.
Thank you very much for that. And will it be site of services or buy and build, or will you be building for people?
Yeah, we have options of you buy, you build yourself. The company also has options, the built environment. So if you are subscribing for only land, you be the one. If you are subscribing for the built environment, the options are there for you as well.
Okay, and there will be insurance in place, obviously.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you very much.
Before I wrap up, you may agree with me, the FCT is the fast developing city in the world, and everyone around the world will wish to live in FCT. DOMAC provides you a platform to own your own property, and the time starts now.
Thank you.
I urge you to come.
Thank you.
At this point in time, on a sad note,
thank
the
you.
soul of my beloved mom, who will be buried in Saturday, rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Madam Moderator, by your kind permission, a quick announcement, please.
A lost but found pair of spectacle is here with us. If you know you've lost your spectacle or misplaced it, kindly come over here. It is brown in color, and then you have to come with proof of ownership. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, Madam Moderator, just to help us with the timing, we want to quickly call up the other teachers who are around. We have, is Victor Oboho online? Is not? Any of the teachers online, please indicate by raising your hand electronically so we identify you. Simon Aneke Ovwe, Soho, Oweye Olaoluwa, Tasha Ibrahim, and Tosin Tabioye. If you're here, can you step forward, please? Please step forward, those names called. Step forward and take a seat right there on the stage to make it easier for your movement to pitch. Please, a round of applause for them. So we'll take our Soho of Ovoteri Limited. I suppose that's Niger Delton. You have 3 minutes. Your time is already counted.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Owe Soho. Okay, there it goes. And I'm the CEO of Ovoteri Limited. I'm here to talk today about retirement cities and how we can build inclusive and sustainable retirement cities in Nigeria. Next slide, please. So a little bit about my background. I'm a medical doctor with experience in public health, and I'm also a project manager. Next slide, please. My company, Ovoteri, has been very instrumental in Nigeria, and we've been working in areas where we feel we can make impact, which is healthcare, education, and community development. We have been active in revamping hospitals and equipping them with life-saving medical equipment, ambulances, and so on and so forth. And one of our big moments over the years was when we worked during COVID with CBN Access Bank COVID program, and we're able to equip isolation centers across 30 states. So why am I here today? Next slide, please. I'm here to talk about retirement cities. And what is a retirement city, you might ask? A retirement city is not just an estate. It's a city that comes with amenities. We want to build one that is fully inclusive and sustainable. So it's going to have not just residencies, it's going to have a hospital, it's going to have a nursing home, it's going to have the schools, the recreational center, a senior center for the retirees living there. Incidentally, we've signed an MOU with the federal government to build senior citizen centers across the country with interested partners. So a retirement city is really something really holistic. Think about, heaven on earth when you arrive at a retirement city. You're completely taken away from life as you know it and the headaches and day-to-day living in a regular, maybe an estate. So we're looking today for 40 billion naira to build a 500 residential unit retirement city. And we're looking for partners. This is a proposal of partnerships. So really, it's expressions of interest at this stage. And this could come to your state because we have over 14 million seniors in Nigeria. And even in the initial phase, we're just looking at 1,000 units per state. So city buildings, thank you very much. You mentioned there's a huge housing deficit, about 20 million. So we're looking to tie into what is already on ground and in place. Next slide, please. So like I said, just to give you some more detail about it, it would look something like this. So imagine when you have an emergency and you're rushing, scrambling to get to a hospital. Yesterday they were talking about 45 minutes average time for emergencies, and that is too long in medical care. So in your retirement city, in your units, you have a red button you push. If you have an emergency, we come to you. The ambulance comes to your unit. The nurses come to you. And thereby we're saving lives by addressing the critical care time requirements when there are emergencies. So it really is a holistic concept. It's an intersection of healthcare, infrastructure, and lifestyle. And we believe that it's something that the time has come for Nigerians to look at it. So what kind of returns are you looking at? Next slide. With all the amenities in place and fully functional, we're looking at 10 billion annually in terms of gross revenues from mortgages, from assisted living services, from the facilities management. And it's an investment that keeps on giving because you could invest in it for your parents. And then when they pass on, it becomes your retirement city. And then it's something you can also will to your children. So it's an investment that keeps on giving. Because no matter what happens as you age, you're going to get to a point you can't live in a normal residence. You're going to need care, you're going to need help, you're going to need assistance. And living in a retirement city is going to address these issues. So in the initial phase, we're looking at 3 years to build and construct. And even as we're building and constructing, we're selling and positive cash flow at year 5. Next slide, please. So rounding up, I just want to say thank you very much for the opportunity to present here today. A retirement city in the developed countries, go to US and Canada, it's a the retirement care industry, elder care industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And it's something we're not tapping into right here in Nigeria. And we're structuring it in a way that we can get subscribers from Nigerians in diaspora paying as little as $1,000 a month on a mortgage or less, as I'm told. So we have this opportunity, and I really am interested to hear from you, and we're looking for partners to join us on this novel initiative. Thank you very much, and I'll take your questions.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, yes, we've got questions, we've got hands.
We have a question online, Madam Moderator.
Okay.
May I invite Olubusola Kolade online to unmute? Olubusola Kolade.
Sorry, sir, it's not a question.
Okay.
You did say that if we are pitching, we should raise our hands.
Pardon me?
Oh, she's a
You
teacher.
said if we are pitching,
Okay.
we should raise our hands.
Are you on the list of pitchers for today?
Yes, please.
What's the company name?
Ornament of grace and virtue, education.
Okay, that's later. That's later.
Yeah.
All
okay.
right. All right, thank you.
Okay, we've got 3 hands raised that I saw earlier. We'll take 3 questions. Oh,
So
4.
we'll take the 3 hands as the moderator has directed.
There are now 4.
Okay, can you please stand so we identify you? We'll take the lady first. At that end, she'll be number 1. The gentleman here, Mr. Davis, I believe, will be number 2. And then Mr. Usman will be number 3. Yes.
Yeah, my name is Anne Fasson Esther Banquet International. Doctor, your project seems very, very interesting to me.
Thank
I
you.
want to ask one question. Have you got the land already? And if you've got the land, what areas are we looking at within Nigeria?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. Actually, a retirement city goes to every state. Right now, we're looking at Lagos and Abuja, but really, I don't want to just highlight Lagos and Abuja because I believe Nigeria is a beautiful country. It's very serene. You know, any state could really take this off.
Okay, the next question, please. So you're starting off with Abuja. We've got MOE for different states, country.
Yes.
Gradually.
Thank you.
Yeah, Doc, very, very noble idea. Thanks
Thank
for
you
the
very much.
presentation, excellently presented. My question is that, are these going to be managed services home, or do you have variation, maybe to option to buy a lease, like a managed home care, for example? And what are you going to do with the infrastructure? Have you thought through the investment? What will you be using this money for? And I don't think you spoke about return on investment, so could you address those, please?
Okay, thank you very much. We need money to obviously build the city. It's a huge capital investment. And we're going to sell it comes in bungalows, terraces, flats. So you're going to have some opportunity to sell outright. For those who can't sell outright, you have opportunity to go into a lease or mortgage. And even from outright sales, projections from just 100 units, we're looking at over 10 billion. So 40 billion put in to build. We can work on those costs by reducing them. If we have a state partner that gives us land, and in that case becomes an equity partner in the city. So these are models, and I can discuss further with you during the break. So we're definitely looking at a very high yield return on investment for the people that are interested in partnering with us, because it's going to be an SPV. It's a huge initiative, and we want to work with other people that are interested in this area. I've had conversations with the mortgage banks that are present, HMOs, because all these services are going to be offered in your city. You can't live there without a health insurance. It doesn't work that way. We're dreaming for the future and building for the future. So if you're an elderly person going into a retirement city, you're not thinking of cost of care, you have a health insurance package that covers your cost of care as a resident.
All right, thank you. Can we take the next two questions together, please? Mr. Davies, quickly.
Thank you. Benga Rahim City Buildings. Very laudable project because you have the elderly citizens in mind. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And in our city buildings, we look at support and collaborations and leverages. So we'd like to work with you. We have hundreds of acres of land, particularly in Lagos, so we'd like to work with you.
Thank you very much.
Number two, our city buildings, we are more into cost-effective quality housing.
Yes.
So with 40 billion and the right consultation, you can scale that up to about 3,000 units, housing units.
Wonderful.
So we should be talking about that. Thank you.
Mr. David is just right behind you. Please pass the microphone to him. Or your question has been attended to? Okay, good. So, Doctor, it's back to you to conclude.
There was a lady at the back.
A lady?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a lady? Okay, there she is.
She already answered the question when she answered the other man. But
oh, great.
Would they be affordable housing or like luxury?
We always want to make it affordable. So I did say the mortgages would be about $1,000 a month, which if this is the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission's platform, we know that's not really huge, but in Naira it may be. So we still want to bring that down as low as possible. Because if you want to buy a property and you put in $10,000 as down payment, and we get from like 1,000 people, that's $10 million. So we know we can work to reduce the numbers to make it more affordable. But of course, construction projects tend to kind of appreciate as you build. So if you look at something that you start now and then in 3 years, the price, definitely there will be capital appreciation. But definitely we want to make this affordable so that we get buy-in. We don't want it to be something exclusive for the super rich. No, it's something that should impact in terms of attending to your health and your lifestyle and infrastructure needs. So just don't buy a house in Nigeria or buy properties all over Nigeria. Buy into a retirement city that serves your needs, so that if you ever have an emergency or any other family member of yours has an emergency.
Can you round up, please? Can you round up, please?
You're in the right place. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And I'll just quickly ask, are there cultural considerations put in place, religious considerations? With aged people, moving from an environment they're used to can be very difficult at times also. So what would you be doing with that?
Yes, thank you very much. It's difficult to leave one's home and go live in a strange place, but the fact is that as you age, you're going to need different kinds of care. Not everybody might be very fit and active. Some will need to be in a nursing home. Some will need round-the-clock care. And I was in Canada. I moved back from Canada last year. I was in Canada and I lost my dad because we couldn't coordinate his care properly. And I kept thinking to myself, how can we solve this issue? Because a lot of my friends and colleagues abroad have the same problem of coordinating care for their aged parents, especially when they get to those critical last years. So we believe that it's
Thank you, Doctor.
a practical solution to a long-standing problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you.
Doctor, you may sit down because we'll interact with general pictures. Please sit down. So we have the moderator. We also have Temitope Adeyemi joining the pictures. Temitope Adeyemi, are you ready? Okay, can we take the next person seated?
Hello, good morning.
Volume, volume.
Our esteemed hosts, esteemed guests.
The voice is very low.
Distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to stand before you today. My name is Talha Ibrahim. I run operations for Vinland. Sorry, before I go into my pitch, I'd like to speak about a topic that is very dear to me, especially as a young person doing business in Nigeria. I've chosen to speak on the topic of resilience, a theme that resonates deeply with me and I believe with all of us. As the old adage goes, nothing worth having comes easy. Every success story, no matter how
I think I need to come in here. Can we hear you?
Am I clear enough?
No, you're not.
How about now?
So maybe you speak louder.
You have to speak louder.
Okay.
And please note you have 3 minutes. Your time is already counting.
Sure. Every success story, no matter how glamorous, is underpinned by countless hours of struggle and perseverance. Often we are told to pursue careers that ignite our passions. Nothing wrong with this, linking passion with happiness. While this is sound advice, it is important to remember that true fulfillment is rarely found in constant joy. Building something great requires hard work, sacrifice, and sometimes even suffering. It is through these trials that we truly learn and grow. Nigeria, a nation of immense challenges, is perhaps the greatest testing ground for resilience. The indomitable spirit of our people, exemplified by countless entrepreneurs who have overcome adversity to achieve extraordinary things, is a testament to the power of perseverance. At Vinland, we are young professionals that believe so much in the power of imagination, and we believe by improving the quality of space, we can improve the quality of life. The most important thing to us is customer satisfaction. We are more than just builders, we are architects of dreams. Our commitment to excellence is unwavering, and our dedication to integrity is uncompromising, and we invite you to experience the Vinland difference with us. So we have a booth in the exhibition hall, so please, we'd like everyone to come and visit us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So where is Vinland situated?
Oh, forgive me. Vinland is located in Katampe. It is right next to the judges' quarters that is currently being constructed. And from the videos, you can see the FCT administration is already working on the infrastructure for the general area. It is a very promising location, 5 minutes to the city center, 20 minutes to the airport. And it's a builder's dream, so I advise all of you to come and let's explore the Vinland difference together.
And what's the payment plan?
Well, we're very flexible because obviously, spending power is dying, so we try to give people affordable and flexible payment plans according to customer needs.
Okay, I'll let the audience ask the questions.
Yes, please.
For now. Any questions in the house?
So we take questions. If you have, please indicate.
Indicate, please.
While the questions are ongoing, permit me to quickly recognize the representative of the Kogi State Focal Point Officer, Hajia Khadija Suleiman. Thank you very much for being here. Please a round of applause for the representative. Thank you.
Okay, since we don't have any questions.
Any questions? Looks like there's none.
No
So what type of title do you have on the line?
Okay, we have one. I'm sorry. We have one. One of our focal point officers is about to ask a question.
Dr. Sayra.
Microphone, please.
Please, may I know which district is this place?
Katampe Main.
Extension or?
Katampe Main, next to the George's quarters, being constructed by the FCT administration.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, we're talking about title.
Yes, it is a C of O. FCT C of O. Any more questions, please? Now we are talking.
Now we are talking. So will they be building on site, or people can have their own designs, or you've got a structure in place already?
Well, we are an EPC company. So when I say EPC, from design, engineering, procurement, construction, we own everything in-house. So we're selling comfort, houses, homes, I beg your pardon.
You've not told us the prices yet, but...
That's why I said, please, we have a stall in the exhibition hall. You can please come and visit our booths. Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we take the next speaker. If Temitope Adeyemi is ready, you're on. You have 3 minutes. Mr. Temitope, your time is already counting.
It's my pleasure to be here today. Good day, everyone. My name is Temitope Adeyemi of Rich City Homes and Properties Limited, Lekki, Lagos. We are into land, buildings, and investments, especially with our cooperative, which is Real Estate Cashback Cooperative Limited. So we're here today to ask for 5 billion naira to finish some of our projects, ongoing projects, which will generate 30% returns on investment every year. And for the purpose of this summit, we're going to give 5% extra for every investor. So we have some of these projects delivered and ongoing in the video that will be showing shortly. Please, media, can we have that?
Whenever we discuss real estate investment or property acquisition, many people who don't really understand a lot about real estate, they think you are only discussing about land. Let me tell you something. Land is just the first step in real estate investment. Welcome to my platform again, where I share knowledge and educate you about real estate investment. My name is Temitope Adeyemi. I am a real estate consultant, an entrepreneur, and your asset management advisor. Real estate development and construction has innovated in wonderful dimension. So apart from land, you can also make a lot of investment profit through land building investment, land banking, and several other things. Anywhere development goes, then investment and profit always go there.
So these are some of our finished projects, and we have delivered these ones already.
You have 1 minute more. Mr. Temitope, you want to speak to the video?
Okay. Okay, so let me just add to this that we also manage properties, especially for Nigerians in diaspora who have been experiencing some difficulties in giving family members money to build houses for them and then coming back to see a whole lot of things. We have credible team in place that will help you manage your properties, especially in the area in Lagos, which is where I came from. And then we also have some properties in Abuja and some other states. I have some flyer here, and then my card is also here to also distribute. Also, if you are buying any of our houses in Ikoyi, Lekki, or Aja area, we are going to be giving you 3 million discount for the period of this summit. I think that is a wonderful one for every one of us. Again, for the real estate cashback investment, it's a platform that where you put your money, you generate returns on investment every year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So you mentioned 3 million off?
They ask.
The
Yes,
discount?
yes, for the houses. We are
So
giving.
what's the price range?
Price range?
Yeah, if you are giving discount.
Yes.
The-
Okay.
The
For
discount will matter if it's 1 billion or 100 million.
Okay, for example, we have some units at VGC as I speak with you. They are going for 145 million, some 185 million, depending on the finishing. So this 145, we are giving you 3 million naira discount. And for the real estate cashback investment, if you give us a 10 million naira, instead of 3 million naira profit next year, we are giving you 3.5 because of this summit. And if you want us to also manage your properties, I don't know, anyhow you want it to be done, you are going to be remitting money to your account directly. We have lawyers, we have surveyors, we have accountants that will be working with that.
Okay, good. So that makes it clearer. Do we have any questions in the house?
If you have a question, please indicate by raising your hand. If you are online and you have a question for this speaker or you have an intervention, please also indicate.
The gentleman with the red cap?
Once again to the Balogun. Thank you, sir. Your company, I have to look at it compared to Cost Group, Billard, and stuff like that. In real estate development, from one going to end product, what are your client base? Because I look at the magnitude of the projects you have in Lekki, VI, Aja, even in Banana Island as well.
Yeah.
I have to see in what are your client base in portfolio in comparison to those in diaspora.
Okay. For Nigerians in diaspora, because that is a very critical aspect of the economy. We've streamlined a lot of products for them. Even in this flyer, you can see I will share some of us today, where we have tabled out their returns on investment, the type of building, the square meters of land which is containing their houses, and every other documentation. In Lagos State, you have 2 major land titles, which is governor consent and C of O. So all our properties come with governor consent or government allocation or government allocation, like I said.
So there's no risk of demolition?
We don't have any property that can be demolished. In Ikota, last year, there were some issues. People were saying they were demolishing houses at Ikota because those people built on waterways. You can't build on waterways and not expect the government to take action. They will take action. It might be 10 years, it might be 20 years. But if you do your due diligence very well in real estate, believe you are going to make it very fast in real estate. So we have 3 aspects of due diligence, which I will also discuss with you if you want to consultation with me. Free consultation, please.
Due diligence is the word.
Yes. Can I just highlight on that?
Quickly.
Okay.
In 30 seconds.
Okay. In real estate, we have 3 major aspects in acquisition. 1, we have the pre-contract stage. 2, we have contract stage. 3, we have post-contract stage. In the pre-contract stage, what happens there? It is due diligence. Due diligence are into 3 categories. Number 1, physical due diligence. Number 2, corporate due diligence. Number 3, legal due diligence. What is legal due diligence? This property you are selling for me, what title does it have? If I go to Ministry of Lands, can I find this in their record? Can I find it in the Gazette of the government? That is legal due diligence. Then, corporate due diligence is who is selling this thing to me? What is their track record? What have they built? Have they duped people? Have they delivered projects? Do they have any ongoing project? That is corporate due diligence. Then, the physical due diligence is what you go and see by yourself. And that is why I'm showing you this video, so that you can see that there are many of them which I can't, show you as I stand here today. Please, if there's any other questions, I would like to...
The lady at the back, please.
The lady in blue. Last question.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Evelyn Jumai Idangojo. I work for Palton Morgan Holdings, a luxury real estate company based in Victoria Island.
Yes.
While you were showing your slides,
project, yeah.
I observed something.
Yes, Paramount Twin Towers, right?
Exactly.
Yes, okay.
So you mentioned one of our ongoing projects as your own ongoing project.
Okay, okay. Let me just answer that. Okay, we, like I said, we have partners with Real Estate Cashback and Palton Morgan, Zelos Group, and Arkview Investment Limited. Now, if you do I need to mention any name? If you know Chinelo very well, just ask her about that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I just.
All right, can we get that discussion done later?
Yes,
so
we'll
we
talk
move
about
on.
it later.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be the last question, but we'll just take the gentleman there, Madam Moderator, if you agree. The gentleman at the end. Okay, very quickly, sir. Straight to the point, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Babatunde Adeyemo. I'm the CEO of Pelican Valley Nigeria Limited.
The volume, please.
I'm Dr. Babatunde Adeyemo. I'm a real estate entrepreneur. It's a very wonderful submission he has made, but my little fear and concern is you getting a short-term loan to finance a long-term investment. Have you really factored in inflation? Number one. Secondly, have you factored in infrastructural deficit?
Okay.
You need to put roads, electrification, perfection of your title. These are really capital-intensive investment. And real estate is not like rice and beans that you can procure over the shelf. Sometimes you can spend 6 months or 1 year without selling a house. It is very, very possible. I'm into real estate as well.
Yes, sir.
Except you want to give the whole of your profit to the realtors. You get what I'm trying to say? What is your plan towards perfecting these boo-boo traps?
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Just before you continue, a quick recognition of the Director General of the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, ICRC Abuja, Dr. Jobson Ewalefor, is in the building. Welcome, sir. Please approach the front. Thank you. Please proceed.
Okay. To answer your question briefly, because of our time, when we talk about real estate, you need professionalism and strategy. Now, what do I mean by that? For Zelos Group, which is one of our parent company that we partner with, we delivered some projects 3 months ago. Now, we started this project in 2021. If we are to deliver projects and we are promising you 30%, it means that we must have factored in overhead costs, development costs, government taxes, and every other thing, including rentals payments. Now, when we total these two together, it goes to about 70%. So out of 70%, if we give you as an investor 30%, I don't think we have beaten too much that we can chew. And for the legal aspects, believe you me, we pay a lot of money to the government to settle all this. So we don't have any challenge on those aspects. And for me, for anything about demolition, you can't find any of our projects being marked by the Lagos State government.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. So we'll move on to the next.
Oh,
Are we
the last
taking the lady
speaker.
online?
So online, I think we are good online. There's no other one for this particular session. The last speaker we will have very shortly. But there will be a movement to the exhibition in a while, and that will involve our special guests. That's Miss Denise Laurie Monte, and the Director General of the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, along with some other dignitaries, will move on briefly, and then we'll continue a little later. But we'll take the last speech. So the gentleman on stage, the last speaker,
Mr. Weye Ololuwa Solomon.
please go ahead. You have 3 minutes. Okay, can all the pitchers step forward? All the pitchers step forward to the podium, please. All the pitchers, please step forward. Thank you. All the pitchers, please step forward.
Okay, our sister, Madam Dennis, who came all the way from the US, says she wasn't here yesterday, but I told her about how exciting your pitches have been. So, let me see. Where's the jeans man? Okay, he makes different. Where's the jeans? You didn't wear it today. So all of them, you can see they're all young and hardworking and very, very ambitious Nigerian young men and women. Some of them just need $10,000, right? They're not looking for much. So we'll be partnering with Denise and her group so that they can listen to you. We'll send all your pitches to them and they will see where they can invest. That's our 20-year-old. Are you the youngest? The youngest with us here? So say a word. Sorry, because she's the youngest. Let us say a word.
I'm very honored to be in your presence, ma'am, and I developed an AI-assisted service, a multi-service platform, and I'm trying to use it to create employment, because I don't believe that Nigerians should be given a bag of rice when they're suffering. I believe they should be given jobs. So that's why I'm here. I came to request for $400,000 so that I can complete my project and give these Nigerians jobs and push Nigeria forward at the forefront of innovation in Africa. Then we'll go to our brothers and sisters in Ghana. I even schooled in Ghana, and I appreciate Ghana. I was in Ashesi University, and I have never seen a much more beautiful place than Accra. And I really appreciate you.
In front of me.
People register.
Hold down, okay? What do you want? You see, she's a diplomat. She's very smart. She knows you are from Ghana. So she had to tell you that, but honestly, she's smart. Very, very smart young girl. You're going to go places. And so will all of
Explain a little bit about how do you find them or help them find jobs through AI?
So it's a freelancing service, basically. So if you're a driver, you can find jobs. If you are, so it's a search engine app where you can easily find services. And it is AI driven.
Okay, so one more opportunity to anybody? You know what? All of you stay here and take a picture with her. But we will, okay, say what? Then one man, Bill, then we'll take a picture with you. And so we are coming back to you because he's also going to, help you a lot. So a word or two.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. My name is Adenike Akweje. I'm popularly called the Yakulikuli. I'm popularly called the Yakulikuli. Kulikuli is a local snack in Nigeria, originated from the Nupe people. And over 20 years, we've been working on it to bring the rural people to light. So my organization have been able to train over 1,000 farmers in how to farm the best agronomic practices for peanut. But my dream, my highest dream, is to return the groundnut pyramid to Nigeria. There's more than the oil that we have. Agriculture is the heart of our export, and we're bringing it back. Thank you.
One more. Male, okay. Male, okay. Yeah, Your Excellency, thank you so much for this invitation. I honor you. I'm here to build a nation where no one is going to be oppressed. And I'm standing to advocate for marginalized people, especially our, disability, people with disability. We are currently running a project in Ondo State, but we intend to run a disability welfare recruitment agency across Nigeria to give all our youths a job. And we are also building a model mentoring program for our youth to become good models and not go to the government and embezzle. The first set are going to graduate in January as well. Then we are building rural women, better life for rural women in all over in Lagos State now, where we will give them some money, microfinance, so that they could run their business and do international trade with other people as well. We are currently fighting for widows. Widows have been marginalized in Nigeria, and we are building so that our widows might have a say. Okay,
all right. Thank you very much, Ma, and it's nice being here. My name is PLENARY Bisala, co-founder of Cattle Foods. And Cattle Foods, yes, we are the pioneer processor of biofortified foods in Nigeria. That is nutrient-enriched crops. And we're ensuring that people at the base of the pyramid have access to nutritious food. And we are also supporting young people to ensure they take agriculture in creating jobs and empowering the rural community.
All right, thank you. Let's appreciate her. Let's take a picture. No, she has to go. She came all the way here. She arrived yesterday just for you. So she will get your pictures, okay? So let's move. She came for you, so she will get them. Yeah. Pictures, be on stage, please. Pictures. You are a picture. We are pictures. We are pictures as well.
Maybe you can just say a word.
Oh, well, thank you. And I hope to get more information from my colleagues here from USAID, especially about some of the pitches. And I think there's a keen focus primarily on supporting the youth. As we know, the youth unemployment rate continues to rise, and the population of youth in not only Nigeria but across Africa will double. And so it's important that we provide youth with jobs. And so I'm particularly interested in supporting the youth and creating employment opportunities, and also I think investment opportunities that are involved in the digital economy and the creative industry sector. These two areas, I think, is extremely critical in curbing the unemployment rate. So thank you all so much for being here, and thank you for organizing this and creating an opportunity and a platform for people to pitch their ideas and their creativity. Thank you.
Teachers can go back to their seats, please. Thank you.
No, this here. Oh, why
I don't know. By the way, not the one. Let me go ask them. Where's the mic then?
No?
Shall I start?
All right, let's move on.
So we'll take the last picture now. You have 3 minutes. Your time is already counting.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my name is Olaoluwa Solomon Owoye. I'm a founder and CEO of Compose Springs Reality Limited. Compose Reality Limited is a leading land purchase and sales agency with proven record of successful real estate transactions. We specialize in connecting developers. Our offer, we are offering 10% NDIS summit discount to any subscribers and company that is ready to buy from us during this summit. The landmarks and sizes. In Moniya Aluko, we have 700 acres, which each acre goes for 2 million naira. While in Diaka, in Ido local government, Erua, we have about 20,000 acres, and each acre goes for 1 million naira. So we also have in Eleshe Erin, Araromi, Onora, local government, each acre goes for 500,000 naira, while we have in Owu, which have interchange to Lagos Ibadan Expressway, 20,000 acres, and each acre goes for 500,000. Benefits of buying through us. At Compose Realty Limited, we specialize in facilitating land development projects with years of experience and in-depth in understanding of the local markets. We are well equipped to assist your team, companies, and individuals in development process. We have established relationship with key stakeholders and familiar with the local regulatory landscape and ensuring a smooth and efficient approval process for any development initiative. Next slide. So these are contacts. I will be happy to take your question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I'd like to ask, will there be issues of Omonile?
Not at all, ma. Not at all.
What type of title do you have?
Yeah, all our land has a governor consent.
Governor's.
Yeah.
So do we have any questions, please, from the audience? Oh, yeah. The gentleman in front, please. Do you have anyone else apart from the gentleman? You can take everything together.
Good morning.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm Dr. Adeyemo once again. I'm a real estate entrepreneur.
Okay.
I heard you say something about selling an acre of land as low as 500,000 naira. My question is, how much does it cost to have a survey, a registered survey on 1 acre of land? And this land that you are selling, I believe there should be a layout. You're going to establish, probably take the bulldozer to, clear the road, even if you are not fixing the road. Are you saying you are going to give them this land free of charge or even below cost value? How do you intend to do this?
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. And in July, we sold 120 acres to an individual, which I don't want to mention his name. Actually, the land, most of the land is under a king, like the one in Owu is under a king. And if individual or company buys, we are going to partnership with the company that has the tractors. You understand? So which whereby is going to clear the land for them for planting. Have I answered your question?
Are you okay?
Are you satisfied?
No, go ahead. If you've got any more to, you're all right. Are you sure? Okay. No, yes, sir, there are concerns because it seems rather cheap. So there are issues around that.
The reason why it's cheap is that we are partnership with most of the kings. Most of the kings that owns the land. We are partnership with them. That's why it's very cheap.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the title that you'll pass on to the purchaser.
Yeah, the title, majorly the land is bare land. Majorly it's the family land. Have a connection with the king of the land. You understand? So anyone that buys, you have to go and do the due process of protocol.
Okay, so they have to do it themselves.
Yes.
And that could be quite expensive.
And we follow them, do the the documents. We won't leave them and just collect their money and go. No.
Okay.
Because we have lawyer, we have architect, we have site supervisor, we have engineer, we have everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So do we have any more questions for
Can we find out if there are any questions? Please indicate by raising your hand. We have space for just one question. We need to round up this session. Any question? But the moderator seems there's none.
Oh, there's a lady at the back.
Okay, there's a lady at the back. Where are you? Can you stand, please? Okay, please stand. You can use my microphone.
It will try. Good morning. My name is NK, from Krisaka Gates. If you're selling lands in Ibadan for farming, now, one thing I know about farming, because I cook for them, the lands are pretty cheap. So if you're selling lands at 500, is it for a duration? Because I know you could rent lands. We rent lands, okay?
Yeah.
I have widows with me. We rent like for as low as 20,000 naira. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling business. So I'm thinking.
No.
If I rent a land 20, I can have more widows that are actually under me. Do a lot. So if you can probably think about bringing it down a little bit, we'll have more people. Yes, hold on a bit. We'll have more people rent a lot, because you cannot build on a farmland except it has changed for Ibadan. The farmers will not let you. The old women, they'll drive you out. Sorry if I'm still spoiling business. So if you can think of making it lower, renting. Why renting? Then you're training, because more women in that area that you mentioned own the lands. They won't let you sell. I'm sorry. Sorry, sir.
No, it's fine. So, you want to respond?
Okay, like I said earlier on, I said most of the land we own is through the king that govern the land. You understand? So we have partnership with the king and the family also that owns the land. They have a collaboration together. You understand? So if you want to buy, you can buy and you can lease. So it's in 2 foots. Have I answered your question?
Well, I think what is happening there is that obviously she has experience of that, and that was why I asked you earlier. Yes.
Okay,
so maybe you can speak with her later. But definitely we'll say to everyone, always do your due diligence. It's very important. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for our moderator and the last speaker. Thank you, Madam Moderator. She is Barrister Dr. Adiola Adeleye Fashuba. Thank you very much. Yes, we appreciate you. Thank you. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, next now is to conclude this session. We'll have a brief speech from the Director General of the ICRC, a professional with over 2 decades of experience in government and international development organizations. In addition to expertise in public sector reforms, public-private partnership, he is a PPP expert and in charge of the public-private partnership resource and things that has to do with the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission. Please welcome the Director General of ICRC, Dr. Jobson Osedion Ewalefo.
Thank you, Your Excellencies. Please permit me to align with the already established protocol. And I'll start by saying apologies for joining you late. It's due to other commitment elsewhere. But I think it's important. I consider this gathering very important. That's why I insisted I have to be here in person. Now, having said that, the issues we are discussing here is real estate infrastructure. And as the MC said, my background, my area, or the area where we deal, is in the area of public-private partnership. How we can get the private sector to bridge the infrastructure gap in real estate. which include housing, particular whichever area in that. And there are many issues responsible why we have that huge deficit in real estate infrastructure. As I was discussing the issue of land. Land availability has been one of the, if not the most, critical concern in terms of real estate infrastructure. Like I used to tell my staff, if by divine intervention, they give any of you seated here today, you wake up, they say you have been allocated the land in Maitama Asokoro, I'm sure you will build it. Building it will not be the problem. Because if you can build a house in your village, you can build a house in Agogalada, you can also build a house in Asokoro. Because the cost of cement in our villages and in Agogalada is the same cost of cement in Asokoro and Maitama. But the difference is the value of the land. So land is a key issue when we talk about real estate infrastructure. So for us, it's a very big concern. So talking about all the issues surrounding land, ownership, dispute, because I'll talk about affordabilities. What I'm here to say is that we need to put in place modalities in terms of policy that makes land affordable, available to any investor. Land ownership is by community, but the law is clear. All the lands are owned by government, because any land can be used or can be taken for overriding public interest. So when we are talking about real estate infrastructure, we're majorly concentrating on the availability of land. So where we dwell, and I want us to see here, is that we can use PPP to bridge that gap in terms of that infrastructure. When I mean PPP, I don't want to go into lecturing you about PPP because that's not the theme here. But I'll break it down. It simply means, how do you make the real estate sector, in terms of the infrastructure, affordable, or let me say, attractable for private people to bring in their money? How do you have a mix wherein people want to invest or partner with government and make housing, real estate interesting or available? People will develop interest to afford it. So for us, what we do is to champion that cause, that government should devise the best method where, in terms of policy or guideline, where everybody seated here today can say, I have an idea. For me to establish it, I'm constrained with the challenge of housing. And I say here to you, what we do in the ICRC is to ensure that we bridge the gap. Government can come in and say, okay, as part of our contribution to this, we are making this land available to you. That would have reduced the cost of that infrastructure significantly. And those are the things that are lacking. A lot of us have ideas, a lot of us have money, but we cannot afford the land. So basically, land, for me, still remain the major problem we are facing in terms of developing the real estate infrastructure. The other thing we talk about is, okay, even if you have the land, where is the money to finance it? So that takes us to the issue of the mortgage system that we'll talk about. Because you cannot use commercial loan or short-term loan to do real estate. There is no way that is done in the world. Real estate is capital intensive. You can never plan to recover your money in the shortest possible time. So what we talked about is that when we solve the issue of land, we now go to the area of how do you have long-term financing in terms of mortgage, in terms of other instruments, to ensure that people can actually set up or build up their real estate. So that is where we come in. And we have been advocating that there must be a policy in place whereby our banks no longer look at short-term consideration when you approach them for financing. There should be genuine intention and strategy in place for the government and even the private sector themselves to support long-term financing in real estate. That is what I think we need to put in place. And I'm not saying this because we think it's new. Many countries in the world, I'll just mention 3 countries that have really done a lot of PPPs in terms of housing. It will shock you that one of the leading countries is the United States. Talk about Singapore. Talk about Brazil. Are the 3 leading countries that have utilized private sector funding in developing their real estate infrastructure. And that is where I think we need to look towards. Government cannot, on its own, provide the land and provide the financing for you. That is why the cross of my message is that we talk with government, let's have the right policy in place to provide the land. And the private sector must be ready to provide the long-term financing to ensure that these infrastructure are built, they are available, and they are affordable to the ordinary people to set up their businesses. So I won't bore you with much discussion because I told I only have 5 minutes. But I'm saying that the structures are being put in place to ensure that beyond all what have been said today, we mobilize private sector funding in developing the real estate infrastructure in Nigeria. And we are actually doing a lot in that sector. We are getting a lot of proposals wherein government assets, government lands that follow, that are out there. We are getting the private sector to come in and fund it and have a win-win situation for people. I know you are going to tell me about the affordability. Yes, affordability is an issue, but at the end of the day, we must face the reality. You cannot want to set up and say you want to have affordable housing in Asokoro or Maitama because of the value of the land. We can have affordable housing in areas that are not highbrow, where you don't have to compete with other interests. So in our states, in other locations, government is trying to do a lot, and they're opening up the environment to bring in land as its own equity into reducing the cost of housing in Nigeria. So I want to partner with NITCOM, I've told the DG, let's see area where we can collaborate. Most people in diaspora are really interested and they want to come back to Nigeria. If you ask most of them, when I travel abroad, what I hear them say is that, please, is there any land I can get so that I can come and I should have a property in Nigeria. But the challenge we have is that there are many fake lands out there. I tried this some time ago, I was duped. And guess what? Most of the time they were duped by friends and family, not even by outsiders. Those things happen with more of it is trust. So if you cannot trust your family, cannot trust your friend, who do you trust? So I think we can put in place a mechanism where we can rebrand ourselves to our brothers and sisters out there. That we'll have a system in place when you are sure you have the money, you can approach the government, approach the right institutions, and you'll be able to own land in your country. For that, I am not wavering about that, because there is no day I travel, if I meet 10 Nigerians, 6 to 7 of them will tell you, I want to have a house in Nigeria. I want to have a home in Nigeria. I want my children to come back to Nigeria, let them visit a home, my house, not to go and stay in the hotel. But the challenge is they don't trust the system. They've got their fingers burnt in the past. So we are looking at this policy and find a way to remove Nigeria from that bad, what I call it now, experience that our people have had over the years. So we work together with NITCOM. We work with the private sectors here present. They can collaborate with us in any way. We are opening the space for private sectors to come in and reduce the deficit that we have in real estate infrastructure in Nigeria. Like I said, I'm trying to manage not to go into PPP lecturing, also to make sure I align with the topic I've been asked to speak on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DG, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please be seated, DG, sir. So the moderator will give a concluding speech. Let me welcome Barrister Dr. Adeola Adeleye Fashuba, Director General, Ekiti State Diaspora Relations.
Thank you very much. It's been very interesting, moderated and intervening this morning. What I would say to us is it's very important that we do our due diligence. That's the number one thing that you must look into. Make sure there's a proper arbitration clause in. If you're buying land, what will happen if there's litigation, if there's insurance, the security to ensure that what you are buying is what you've been told and is what you expect. Yes, it's important and it's our culture to own property. Everyone wants to come back home to own property, to have their own place. And a lot of people have been swindled in the past. So make sure that your due diligence is done. And as Mr. Walefu just said, they're willing to work with us and help us. I know that NITCOM has already started diaspora housing. So the things being put in place to ensure that people don't make mistakes, you don't lose money in the process of trying to own a property in Nigeria. I was just going to make a quick quotation. It says, a wise young man or wage earner of today invests his money in real estate. That's by Andrew Carnegie. And it says, buy land. They're not making it anymore. That's from Mark Twain. So it's important. It's our culture. We want to come back home and own property, but make sure your due diligence is done. The proper legal structure is in place for you. And also think about the kind of property you're buying, because we've had instances of collapsed buildings. So ensure that the property that you're buying, the company you're buying from, has the right structure in place, have the right regulations in place so that you don't lose out. At the moment, various states also have various projects on. I can tell you that in Ekiti State, for example, we've started the Ado Ekiti New Town, which is geared towards diasporans. So definitely come back home. Diasporans, come back home. There's land, there are opportunities, there are affordable opportunities also, and NITCOM is working with us with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Madam Moderator and the DG. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate it. No, that's all. That's all. Thank you very much. So we want to appreciate the moderator, the Director General of ICRC. We'll take a picture now. We'll come forward for a picture. We invite Dr. Chris Brooks from the USA, King from Canada, and all the persons in the front seats. Please come up for a picture. While this is ongoing, we move on quickly to the manufacturing, and this will be very, very brief. We have the moderator as Mr. Olufemi Boyede, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Koinonia Ventures Limited, Nigeria. Is Mr. Boyede here? Is he here? Mr. Boyede, is he here? Yes, he is. Okay. So he'll be coming up, and the pictures, Mr. Olufemi Boyede, sir, please come forward. You can approach the podium. We would have the pictures, Haulat Owolarafa, Jude Eze, and Ndi Ezengwa. But joining them, we'll have Samuel Aura, and we'll also have Abayomi Shobowale, joining them. So we'll take those speeches in a bit. Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for the moderator, Director General ICRC, Dr. Jobson Ewalefo, and all the pitchers today. Thank you. So our new moderator takes over, and that's Mr. Olufemi Boyede, very, very experienced in the manufacturing arm. Please, a round of applause for him. I can almost guess that everything he has on him was manufactured in Nigeria, including the bag, which of course is Nigerian color. So we'll have the pitchers come up, but just before they start, the moderator will give a quick summary. So sir, your microphone, Mr. Moderator, is on. You can put it on and give just a brief summary, and then the pitchers take the stage. Can I invite the pitchers once again? Howlat Owolarafa is already here. We're inviting Jude Eze. Jude Eze, are you here? Please come up and take your seats. ND Ezengwa, are you here or online? ND Ezengwa, here, so please come up. And of course, Mr. Abayomi Shobowale, yes, please come up.
Thank you very much. And just before we start, I would like to appreciate the organizers for giving me the honor and privilege of moderating this session. I'd like to appreciate our Mama Diaspora, Honorable Abike Dabiria and her team, and at NIDCOM, Dr. Badewa, the CEO of NDIS. We are going to be talking manufacturing here, and I'm sure a lot of you would have wanted to see plastic caskets on our heads and to show that we are actually going to be rolling out tractors. Well, we'll roll them out theoretically and hope that at the end of this session, we do have an impact on the economy. Manufacturing, as you may know, is a key driver that propels a nation's economy. It is a force that revolves on the growth, productivity, and competitiveness trajectories. A nation's overall economic growth can greatly depend on the robustness and performance of its manufacturing sector. Manufacturing can enhance and enlarge our tax base. Manufacturing is the solution, the desirable alternative to Nigeria continuing to export her abundant natural, agricultural, and mineral resources in their raw forms, while ending up as the dumping ground for finished products made out of those very raw materials and sold at over 10 times the prices at which the raw materials were pinched away from us. Manufacturing creates jobs. Manufacturing ensures rural industrialization. Manufacturing guarantees increased foreign exchange earnings. Manufacturing cuts across all sectors that we have been talking about in the past 2 days. Food and beverages, textile and garments, petrochemicals, fertilizers, leather, cosmetics, fashion, cement, processed minerals and metals, etc. The manufacturing sector in Nigeria currently accounts for about 30% of Nigeria's non-import VAT and 26% of company import tax. Manufacturing is actually the activity that we believe can harness together all that we have been talking about, and therefore I'm glad on behalf of the pitchers to welcome you to this session. Of course, you know that the reason for this summit as a whole is to present each of the sectors that are being pitched in as an opportunity for our Nigerians in diaspora to consider partnering with some of these pitchers and to be assured to get the comfort that they need to actually take the bold step to invest in the development of Nigeria, of course, naturally expecting them to also reap dividends on their investment. On this note, I would like to invite the pitchers. I think we're lucky to have 4 of you here. And the first person I'll be calling is Alaja. I'm looking for your page here. Howlad Olarafe. Please, you have 3 minutes. Yes, I found it here.
Thank you, sir.
She is the CEO of H. Polar Global Enterprises. 3 minutes, please.
Good day, everyone. I am Howlad Olarafe, and I represent H. Polar Foundation, a non-profit organization established in 2016. I am here to ask for $54,400 to promote grassroots entrepreneurship and women in the rural economy through production and sales of consumables. Media, please, the video.
Aminat Alade, and I am a graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University with a BAg in agricultural economics. I met H. Polar Foundation as an undergraduate. One thing that stood out for me with the foundation was the way they were always about empowerment, the way they were always about supporting students, the way they were always about, trying to make sure that you are doing something for yourself, trying to make sure that you are being able to take care of yourself. So business that I started as an undergraduate, which H. Polar Foundation also supported me with. And that business now is what I have been doing since I graduated from the university. I did not even have to look for a job. Business has grown to a level where I'm already employing other people to work with me. So through H. Polar Foundation, I was able to be encouraged to start the business. Already had the business in mind, but it is a different thing when you have encouragement, when you have support from people, you understand? So it makes it easier for you. The name of my brand is Climax Organics. That is the business that I run, and that is what I do for a living now. And I'm so grateful that I came across H. Polar Foundation, because even for their support, even for their encouragement, even their moral support went a long way in me continuing this business. It is doing well. And we also have a website, we have a physical store, we have a space for production. In fact, we're even in the process of getting our NAFDAC numbers for some of our products. So that is the stage that we are at now. And this would have not been possible without the moral support and encouragement and the financial support of H. Polar Foundation, which I am super grateful for. My name is Aminat.
Thank you, sir. As demonstrated by one of our beneficiaries in just concluded short video, we facilitate business consciousness in women, less able, and the youth. We identify talents, grant them free business training, and financial assistance to guarantee sustainability. We create jobs in the local community through production and sales of consumables. That's just one of the products of our beneficiary. This is another product by one of our beneficiaries. She's also a graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University, study clothing. We educate them on the course they study in the university. Based on the acquired knowledge in the university, we tell them they can make it, they can create job for themselves and create job for others. We are basically training students on functional education, both formal and non-formal education. Those that have attended university, we categorize them under functional education, formal education, and others that doesn't even attend university, we categorize them under non-formal education. The only thing is that you just make the acquired knowledge functional. You must be able to support your community just to contribute to the development of your community. The short video, as demonstrated by one of our beneficiaries, shows how your investment will transform many
You
lives
have 1
like
minute
this
more.
and others. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Olarafe. I don't know if I'm putting it to you as a question, but just before we take questions, I would like you to please clarify. Are you presenting an NGO or a manufacturing company? And what you are seeking is a support for the NGO or an investment from the potential investors here into your NGO. So please, just a quick answer, and then we'll take questions if there are.
What I'm requesting for is to support the NGO to be able to support the grassroots entrepreneurship through production and sales of consumables for the NGO, and not for, I'm not the one that produced this. Our beneficiary does.
Thank you very much. So do we have questions? Questions?
So if you have any question, please do raise your hands. We'll identify you and take your question. Please raise your hands. Any question? If we can't see you, please stand.
Alaja, please, could you raise that thing again? What's it? The one you showed just now. Thank you. Okay, these are boxers. The reason why I asked for this specifically is in the manufacturing world, and I'm sure the colleagues here know that, if you patronize Marks and Spencers, the boxers, the vests, the undershirts that you wear, 90 to 95% produced in Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, but they are sold in the United Kingdom. And this is manufactured, you said, in Ile-Ife, right? Or somewhere. So if we already have the capacity for this, since the year 2002, Nigeria has been accredited to benefit from the Africa Growth and Opportunities Act. Blankets, boxers, and singlets are some of those products that are low-hanging fruits. I would like to, in support of Alaja, recommend that if you really do have that passion and patriotism to get Nigeria out there and to create more jobs for Nigerians who have demonstrated their talents in this kind of practical terms, that you support the NGO. So on that note, if we still don't have questions, do we have commitments? If not, Alaja will still be here until the end, and you can engage her further on this. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. We now invite Mr. Jude Eze. You have 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much. I bet you I won't exceed 3 minutes.
Your time is already counted.
Okay, I want to, stand on existing established protocol. My pitch will be brief and straight to the point. And moderator, I think I also fall on the same place with Alaja. Ours is actually a non-governmental organization. I want to start my pitch by reiterating what was said on Tuesday by distinguished Senator Victor Ume. He said Nigerian diaspora investment is not only investment in businesses here in Nigeria, but is an investment into our future and an investment to the stability of our society. And that brings me to who we are. My name once more is Jude Eze from Willis Dave Benevolence Foundation. It's a non-profit organization committed to restoring hope and empowering vulnerable population. Our ask is, we're asking for 150 million. This is to enable us to own our own center, fully equipped with advanced skill and vocational facilities. Our vision in Willis Dave Benevolence Foundation is to create a society where everyone has equal opportunity to thrive and reach their full potential. Media, you can just go ahead. Where everyone has opportunity to thrive and reach their full potentials. And our target is less privileged women and widows, individuals struggling with addiction, and vulnerable children. And since our inception in Willis Day Benevolence Foundation over 6 years ago, although we've been doing it, but it was incorporated over 6 years ago, we have been able to impact hundreds of lives. Over 100 widows and less privileged women have gained independence through our program, our entrepreneurship program called NDIS. NDIS simply means Masters of Business in the Street.
You have 1 minute more.
We do it in collaboration with an international NGO known as Interweave Solution International USA. And again, over 80 youth and adults have gained one skill or the other through our intervention. And hundreds of children, those are out of school, less privileged children have gone back to school through our support and the support of some other sister NGO. And over so many individuals has overcome one form of drug abuse, struggling, and the other. Through our program, we have a service we render called rehabilitation and reintegration. We rehabilitate them and integrate them back to the society. So if you can look at, can we see media? Can you go front so that we can see there are some pictures of what we've done over time? Yes, you can see picture. This is some widows and orphans in Benue State, Christ Foundation Orphanage and Widows Outreach. We've trained them on some skills. Some of them have not had any opportunity to go to any four-wall of education. And this is perhaps one of the opportunities they have to actually go to, attend something, sort of education. We train them, not just training them, we celebrate them. That's during graduation. And again, we empower them through the support we get. Bidya, can you go? There's a girl,
Sorry. We ran out of the 1 minute, 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
Exactly.
So just a last sentence.
Okay, please, just one more. This lady, there's a girl, her name is Gimba Beatrice. When we picked her up years back, she barely finished her school cert, and we're able to train her and get her back to school. Today, she's now a graduate. With this in mind, we are seeking for your support, your collaboration, so that we can expand our reach and deepen our impact. Thank you for listening, and I would like to have your questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You have seen some of the impacts that they are making, some social ills in the society, rehabilitating drug addicts or recovering drug addicts and what have you. It's a not-for-profit, and I don't know if there are any questions out there.
If you have any question, please raise your hand. If you have any question, okay, we see a hand. The lady at the back. Any other question?
Okay, yeah.
Any other question?
At the back.
So we'll take only one question. The lady at the back. Please stand for your question.
And media, please check if there are any questions online so we can take.
Thank you. My name is Adejoke Lasisi. Nice presentation, and I love what you do for the people in the community. However, I just have a question that do you have any way of sustaining it? Like, in case if you are not able to, get support, do you continue with what you do, or it just stops, or is it only you are only it's all about grants or funding or something, or is there a way you generate? Maybe there's a way you can generate income from the people that you empower, and you'll be able to continue with what you do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Basically what we do, like I said, we are making impact. And some of all these, our targets, we get them from churches and mosques. There's one of the training we did in Kuje Area Council. Maybe if you saw the picture that we took in one of the chiefs, that's Gomo of Kuje. Those training was sponsored by a philanthropist, and he also empowered them. So over time, what we've been doing is that we are getting support. I'm also an entrepreneur, I'm a business person. So from what we gain and from other spirited individuals that has passion for what we are doing, that's how we've been sustaining it. And that's why we're here seeking for collaboration to do more. It must not be in fun, just like Madam Linda said yesterday. It could be in form of collaboration or partnership so that we can continue making this impact. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any further question?
That's the only question, sir.
Okay, my only advice would be that there are organizations, Bank of Industry, SMIDAN, that are concentrated on or that specialize in enterprise development, ITF, that also encourage skills development in Nigeria. Perhaps you could, maybe that's also a part response to Joke's question. Okay. Maybe you need to look for some of these organizations and pitch what you are doing to them. Because when you talk about collaboration and partnership, a partner is looking for return on investment. An investor is looking for how does this money, how do I get some part of this money back coming to me? But what you seem to be preaching, and that also goes to Howlett, looks like more like a charity thing, more like a passion thing, more like what happened yesterday to AFA, and you say, even if nothing comes back, these ones, they are affecting humanity, which you are doing one way or the other. Right. But you do have the opportunity, the potential to bring financial outcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. One more minute, moderator. Thank you so much, sir, for the advice. I just want to actually say that we are open for what you just say. We've been doing that. And like yesterday, during the time Lydia, pitched with the Association for Female Agripreneur, I actually reached out to her because I discovered that those they are working for fall under our purview, said women and widows. So I reached out to her. There's a program we run that we want to actually, take it to the next level. Sometimes this year, I attended a program organized by Diaspora Dex in FCDA, which our Honorable Abike Dabirerewa was there. And I saw some returnee from trafficker. They don't have their bearing. These are some of the people we work with, and we are ready to partner. Thank you so much, and I know we'll get there.
Thank you very much, Jude Eze. Please, a round of applause for him.
Mr. Moderator, just a quick announcement by your kind permission, sir. We have a special remark by Ms. Semha Aria from the United States of America. That remark comes up at 1 p.m. We'll take that at that time. We also want to ask that those who've pitched who are still on the podium may now return to take their seats to make way for the other pitchers. That will include Holat Owolarafe and Jude Eze. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So the next pitcher here is NDIS of Priscilla Davis Nigeria Limited. You have 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is NDIS. I'm the CEO of Kiara Group of Companies, and today I'll be presenting basically on Priscilla Davis. We are social entrepreneurs. At the core of our group of companies is our NGO, a 24-year-old NGO that work with women with mental health issues. As part of what we do here in Nigeria, some of the women that we picked up from the streets and we're working with, we found out one of them is blind, and the other one has lost one eye already. And that's because of the kind of medication that is given to them. I worked in the UK for many years. I established a college in the UK where I trained healthcare workers before I came back 12 years ago. And I'm aware that the medication given to people, even in Africa, is much worse. It's like the older version that has so many side effects. So we looked into how we can research on medicinal plants in Africa that our forefathers used to manage mental health over the years. In doing that, we now moved a bit further, not only for mental health management, but also for diabetes, blood pressure, and so on and so forth. So we established a factory in Enugu in 2022, which was supported by the French ambassador. She came in to open the factory. We partnered with a French company that has 150 years experience in, can I have my slides on? Okay, let me have the product. So we partnered with a French company that has over 150 years experience in this, because we felt that we don't just want to pick up some things from the bushes and put in a package and give to anybody. So we felt that if it has to be done right, it has to be done right. So we partnered with a French company that's given us the technical know-how to make sure that the active ingredients in these medicinal plants are retained for our customers. So like I said, our core is our NGO for women with mental health issues. And the things we do, the business we do around it, is to make sure that it's sustainable. It's not that if the founder is dead, the NGO is dead, or if we don't get money from funding bodies, we cannot work. So we have a lot of companies. We have technical colleges. We have one with, most of you know, Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing Company. We have one of our colleges inside the factory in Newi. We have one in Enugu. We have other ones in Aba as well. So we get funding from those projects. We get also from consulting. I've done some work with Badewa on the World Bank, on TVET, and so on and so forth. But the core thing there is that we make sure that our NGO doesn't suffer. It's been for 24 years. We began in the Gambia. We have branches in US and UK and here. Now, going back to what we want, we're looking for $1 million. The factory is established, I told you, by the French embassy, former French ambassador. I have a French partner that knows what he's doing over 150 years. We have a farm where we are picking up all these medicinal plants and cultivating them. What happens is that people go into the bush, if you want this one, you go into the bush, you find it, but sometimes what happens if the bush is no longer there anymore? So we are picking them now and actually cultivating them. And the next step is we are doing analysis on those plants.
You have 1 minute more.
Yeah, active ingredients, the dosage, and so on and so forth. So we're looking for $1 million, and the $1 million will help us to purchase the equipment that will enable us to do proper packaging and proper processing. We also want to use some of the money to do marketing, and then we also want to put some into research and development. And then also the farm itself. We need to expand the farm and get more plants from across Africa. Now, what kind of partnerships do we want? We want people who want to invest and get some money back for their investment. We want people who want to market the products for us across anywhere you are. If you're in Ireland, if you're in the US, if you're in the UK, if you're in Canada, you want to work with us. Let's see the products, please. The products. Yeah, so we have a stand outside. The brand name is ND. My name is ND as well. So those are our products. We took them to France in February. We organized an exhibition in France in February, and we had an award for the honey, the pasteurized honey. So we are doing it on international standard. So wherever you are in the world, and you want to partner with us, we're happy to supply you, and then you can sell that. So we also want to engage people who are also in research and development, people maybe volunteers or those who also want to know what's happening with African medicine. Since COVID, people have moved into herbal products. It's a very big market, but it has to be done properly, not just getting something from
round up, sir?
Yeah, so one last point. What are the benefits in partnering with us? Okay, you have your money back. The money that you invested, you have some interest in that. You also will be indirectly supporting our NGO. For every product bought, money from there goes into our NGO. And then also our TVET programs I've told you about our technical colleges. We have so many unemployed youths that we work with who cannot pay school fees. Some of the money also goes to them. So I encourage you to talk to me. Our stand is outside. You can take my card and talk to me. The area we are in, medicinal plants done properly, is the way forward. The Indians have done their own very well. Chinese have done their own very well. We can also do our own very well and be able to spread all over the world. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You want to hold on a minute in case there's any question for you?
So if you have any question for him, please do raise your hand. In the meantime, Mr. Samuel Aura Namzira, please approach the podium. If you have any question, please raise your hand. If we can't see you, please stand. Please stand.
Do we have any?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So the microphone is
Please,
with you
microphone.
now. The lady in blue.
So the lady in blue.
Thank you very much. I greet everybody in this room. My name is Ashabi, and I'm from Lagos State. And I really like what you're doing because I own a website where we gather medicinal plants in local language. And we have over 150 medicinal plants in Yoruba language. And we can partner together and do great things. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you. Any more?
Any other question? There's one more, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Olugbenga. I live in Scotland, Aberdeen to be precise, and I like what you're doing. And I'll see you personally for the opportunity to also partner with you at the farmers markets throughout Scotland to be able to get some of your medicinal products. And the challenge might be the shipping logistics. We could look at how we can sort that because these are things that the Asians are doing, and I think it's quite something novel. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. I was just looking, and I note that in 2023, the world market for herbal teas, I'm not saying herbal medicine, herbal teas was 4,023 billion US dollars, herbal teas. You have dogoyaro, you have moringa, you have onubu, like you said, bitter leaf, and all of these are medicinal. And I'm wondering how large this can be. And we have such a huge market in multi-level marketing of forever living products and what have you, of our own domestic aloe vera. I think that you should be attracting more partnerships, and I wish you more positive engagements after this. So I'm just going to, we are conscious of the fact that there's an intervention coming on online at 1 o'clock. So I'm calling Abayomi Shobowale now. You have 3 minutes, sir. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for him.
Mr. Bayobi, your 3 minutes is already counting.
Hello, everybody. I'm standing on existing protocols. My name is Abayomi Shobowale. I am the Director of Operations for Rua Technology Limited, and I'm here today seeking a 1.8 billion naira equity finance investment for a 20% share of the company, and with your money, we can achieve and share with the nation our vision of the future, which is the Green Light Project. Firstly, let's talk about the effects of the power crisis within Nigeria that has become our mantra, Ego Better, and its persistent challenges within the sector, leading to frequent power outages, low generation capacity, and inefficient distribution, which has led to the stunting of the growth of Nigeria's economy, impacting our education, businesses, and industrialization of the nation. But fear not, at Rua Technology Limited, we have a solution to numb the effect by producing solar-powered products like our solar generators, which emit no fumes, our solar fans, cookers, and our solar speakers, which can be used at schools and religious institutions. With the high population of the country, our targeted audience are both the young and the old, and later on bringing commercial and private institutions trailing behind. We understand having our products on the market would assist in the fight against global warming and reducing the CO2 footprint of the nation. Now let's talk about the main reason why we're all here, the cost of it all. As I mentioned earlier, we are seeking today 1.8 billion naira equity finance investment for a 20% share of our company with a return of 3.6 billion over the next 36 months based on a valuation of 18 billion naira from our projections of over 100,000 customers within our first year. We plan to use this fund for the setup and expansion of our manufacturing capacity, strengthen the distribution network, carry out research and development, which is the core department of Greenlight Project, and also fund our marketing and sales efforts. So you see, by investing in our Greenlight Project, you are not just making a financial decision, you are investing in a brighter future for Nigeria.
You have 1 minute more.
Together, we can illuminate the nation, one solar solution at a time. Our innovative solar products, coupled with a strong distribution network and dedicated team, position us to lead the renewable energy revolution in Nigeria. Thank you, everybody. I'll take questions now.
Thank you very much for staying within the time. I already see 1, 2, 3 hands.
So we take
Should
the
we
three
limit
questions.
it to the 3, please?
Yes, we take the 3 questions in a row. The microphone is with Mr. David. Mr. David is just beside you, my lady. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. This is awesome pitch. So you currently have a plant here in Nigeria, or you are wanting to establish one?
Okay, so our plan is to establish, at the moment, we have connections with OEMs that customize our products for us. So we have a 5-year vision plan. The first 3 years will be used to develop the technology here because the materials needed for our products can actually be found in Nigeria. The main product is the lithium, which we have lithium mines all over Nigeria, and plastic. That's just what covers it, plastic. And we have plastic factories in Nigeria. Innoson has got a plastic factory in Inewi that we can partner with and can produce this for us locally. So our plan is by our 4th year, everything is produced locally in Nigeria. And the OEMs are going to give us engineers that will train our local staff here.
Thank you. Yep.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Benga Rahim, City Buildings. I'm particularly interested in the solar generators. I'd like you to speak a bit more on that because for the real estate space, number one, we want to go green, we want to reduce the carbon emissions in the atmosphere. So for an estate of say 500 units, how would your solar generator be feasible? Number one. Number two, your solar generator, is that a concept that says it does not run on fossil fuel? Please enlighten me a bit more on that. Thank you.
Not a problem, sir. So when I speak of solar generators, I'm talking of batteries and inverters compacted as one. And it's being powered by the solar energy, right? And these generators emit no fumes, obviously, because it's powered by solar. And these generators come in different categories. So we have smaller ones for like people that live in Face My Face You. For your estate, like you said, we would have to build a solar farm specifically for your estate to power it, rather than having it in individual houses. Thank you.
Thank you. There's a last question, or is it now covered? So, Mr. Moderator, sir, it's 1 o'clock. You would like to summarize so we can conclude this and go online.
I think there was a third hand. If not, let's put our hands together for the last speaker. Or maybe the question was already answered. Thank you very much. And we have...
Not a
Do
problem.
we have time for the last one?
Thank you.
Yes, we will, but just when we return from the online status. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt the ongoing pitching to bring up the Chief Executive Officer, the Diaspora Academy, United States of America, United Nations Commission on the Status of Women and the United Nations, ECOSOC. She has delivered remarks before the International Organization for Migration, Concordia Summit, and International Conference of Eritrean Studies, amongst others. She's a recognized leader and pioneer. She was honored by President Barack Obama as a White House champion of change. The Roots Top 100 lists, OK Africa's Top 100 Women, and MyPad's list of Top 100 Most Influential People of Africa descent. She's also recognized as one of the 5 individuals in the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture's Next Generation Voices exhibits, and in her University of St. Thomas Alma Mater magazine. She's a former Council on Foreign Relations term member and previously served on USAID's Advisory Committee on Foreign Voluntary Aid, ACFVA. She has been featured in the Financial Times, BBC, Al Jazeera, The Guardian, Ventures Africa, AfroLA, and other media outlets. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome joining us online to give a special remark, the Chief Executive Officer, the Diaspora Academy, United States of America, Ms. Semha Area.
Good morning, good morning. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, madam. We can see you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and fellow members of the Nigerian diaspora, it is an honor to be with you here today. My name is Semha Araya, and I come to you as a sister of African diaspora, as your daughter, and as a colleague who's deeply invested in Africa's prosperity, stability, and growth. It's an honor to join you today to discuss a subject that is both urgent and deeply meaningful, adapting stability through diaspora investment. I've spent nearly 25 years working in this space, and nothing brings me more joy than supporting bridge-building efforts between the diasporas and their homeland. Nigeria's prosperity is a goal for all Nigerians, including those in the diaspora. Living abroad has its challenges, but diasporas of all backgrounds often spend their time, talent, and treasure determining how to best harness their resources, talents, and insights to support their homeland. In this case, we've spent 3 incredible days examining how to support Nigeria's entrepreneurs, particularly those driving the micro, small, and medium enterprises. Now, as you've learned, diaspora investment takes on many forms, including financial and non-financial capital. Diaspora investors are seeking opportunities to make a return on their investment in multiple ways. In addition to their service delivery, their product offering, and the financial ROI, they are also expecting a series of social, cultural, and local returns as Nigerians. This includes opportunities for direct mentorship, peer-to-peer learning, knowledge transfer, technical training, and ongoing support to micro and small businesses. It also raises the question of how diaspora investors can connect directly with those they support by traveling to and engaging deeply with the startups and businesses they're helping to build. For those of you dialing from all over the world, I know you're spending all of your time, talent, and treasure to determine how you can best support your homeland's growth, stability, and prosperity. The presentations that have been made over the course of the last 3 days are an example of the ingenuity, innovation, and creativity that you know exists with all your people. And for you to invest in these efforts requires, yes, financial commitment, but it also requires that personal commitment of how you nurture and help develop the next generation of Nigeria's best entrepreneurs and businesses. This is a unique opportunity, and this summit's convening is showcasing all the different ways you could leverage your time, talent, and treasure from where you are in partnership with your homeland for the next generation. There are probably a number of areas you want to support and intervene even, and it's important for you to not only communicate that, but also explore your expectations and explore your desires. In the homeland, the businesses and startups have a series of challenges and solutions, and it's important for diaspora investors to also be prepared to listen and learn in a two-way street. So that knowledge transfer, that peer-to-peer mentorship may also end up being a two-way street. And it's important for programs such as these to create that space for diaspora investors and startups and small businesses to work together and learn more about what the needs look like as critical stakeholders of civil society. At the Diaspora Academy, we invest regularly in harnessing the social, economic, and cultural capital of diaspora changemakers. I've learned firsthand from various communities, including Nigerian diaspora communities, what would be required for them to invest more fully in the country. So here are 3 recommendations we would love to offer you and as a source of support, make available to you today and throughout the life of your idea, your startup, your program, and your partnership. First, it's imperative that you create opportunities for deep relationship building and local exposure for diaspora investors. Facilitating these connections between the diaspora investors and the local communities can not only strengthen the bond and commitment that diaspora investors feel towards the businesses, but it can also help inform the small businesses on what types of products and services would best work for scalability, for reach, and for impact throughout their local community, Nigeria, and the world. Secondly, it's important that experiences are offered to diaspora investors that speak directly to their desired relationship with the homeland. Solving a problem is often the first reason why diaspora investors become focused on a startup or supporting an initiative. It's about solving the problem, but it's also about their relationship with the homeland and with their own journey as members of the diaspora. Personalized and meaningful engagements can foster a deeper connection, encourage greater investment of resources, and nurture deeper multi-generational efforts for Nigeria today and tomorrow and beyond. Lastly, it's important that programs are incorporated and incentivized for diasporas that allow for knowledge transfer, mentorship, and networking. This could look like many things. It could be virtual monthly meetups. It could be WhatsApp groups and support groups that are using technology to stay connected. And it could also mean direct person-to-person relationships on a quarterly, monthly, or even more regularly basis. As a diaspora member myself, I have spent many months and years in my homeland of Eritrea. Now, I am not an immigrant from Eritrea. I'm the daughter of Eritrean immigrants. And as a second-generation Eritrean American, I was looking for ways to invest and support my own country's growth by doing what I can with my time, talent, and treasure, and working and living back home in Eritrea. And so these sort of creative ways to allow for knowledge transfer, for learning, for mentorship, for professional growth, for networking, are also one of the many desires of diaspora investors. Lastly, by creating pathways for these types of mentorships and exchanges, diaspora investors can offer more than their financial support and also learn from the startups and businesses themselves. Together, we know that diasporas have a critical role to community. We look forward to supporting you in this endeavor, and we thank you. I look forward to receiving any questions, and thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. So she's waiting if there are any questions. Do we have any question physical here or any question online? If you have a question online, please indicate by raising your hand electronically. If you have a question here at the hall, please indicate by raising your hands. Any question? Indicate. Okay, we have a hand here in the hall. Please stand. The microphone will be brought to you. Introduce yourself, your designation, and straight to your question. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for that beautiful speech. My name is Eniola Cole, Executive Director, NAS Action, and it's a civil society organization based here in Nigeria. I just want to know how young women and how civil society groups can become accredited members of the UN ECOSOG. I was invited to the UN ECOSOG in 2018 under a funded program by UN Women. And I wanted to know how, as an organization, we could become a part of your activities. Thank you so much.
Please go ahead. Ms. Semma Aria, you may answer the question.
Super. Thank you so much for your question. You know, I have had the opportunity to present and speak and work with the UN ECOSOC for many years. And their commitment to civil society and including the voices of communities worldwide is unparalleled. And their desire, especially to hear from women and youth and members of the diaspora, is equally clear. I have had the chance to meet with accredited organizations and learn what it takes. And I don't know enough about your organization, but a number of the organizations that I've met that are accredited, and it should go without saying that I am not representing the UN ECOSOC in its entirety. I have presented at the UN ECOSOC. I have spoken and worked with them. But for the groups that are accredited, there has been, for me, I've witnessed and observed presence and direct ongoing conversations with ECOSOC in New York, most likely where I was based, but as well as other major capitals. So I'm happy to speak with you after and explore what connection it was that you have or that you would like to explore. Just let me know.
Any other question? So for those who may want to reach out to her, please reach out to admin at NDIS NG. Reach out to admin at NDIS NG. I'll hand the microphone over to Ms. Badewa Williams, the coordinator.
All right, thank you so much, Semma. I just want to appreciate you and your dedication and support for NDIS. For those of you who are not aware, we are going to hopefully be partnering with her in facilitating investment and trade between Nigeria and the United States of America. She's very committed to supporting NDIS. She's unable, obviously, to be here today, but be rest assured, all the pitches, all the presentations will also be forwarded to her for further deliberation and opportunities. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right.
Thank you very much once again, Semha. That was from the United States of America, the Chief Executive Officer, the Diaspora Academy, United States of America, Ms. Semha Aria. Mr. Moderator, the microphone is back to you to conclude the pitching. We have just one pitcher left, and that's Samuel Aura from NAMZIRA.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel Arua, Country Manager, ZIRA. You have the floor. 3 minutes, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samuel Arua, and I'm the country manager for ZIRA. I'm here to ask for I'm here to ask for $500,000 in equity financing to increase our base of operations to more states in Nigeria, North Central, Southeast, and Southwest of Nigeria. To help us ramp up our marketing activities in the US, UK, and the rest of Europe. In return, we're offering 5% equity at a valuation of $5 million. Now, but what is exactly ZIRA? What do we do? Every day abroad, diasporas, Nigerians and diasporas are looking to get things done in Nigeria, but oftentimes they are unable to do so simply because of trust factor and the case of what I ordered versus what I got. Let me give an example. You're running a construction project in Nigeria, and every month you get to send money back home for your construction project. And at the end of, say, 18 months, when the project is supposed to be done, you visit back home and you realize that, oops, what I ordered for is not what I'm seeing. And this applies to different other cases, with professional and personal tasks. And so, Zero, basically what we do is we help you solve this issue. What we basically sell it is trust. We are a project and task management service. We interface between the Nigerians and diaspora and their needs, what they need to get done here. Thank you. I'll take questions now.
Thank you very much for being right on time. And I see one hand. Anymore, I was just going to encourage you that what he has talked about is a global issue. It's something that concerns people out there who want to invest.
Yes, sir.
And this is not about family, my brother, my cousin, my uncle I sent money to. He used it to marry a second wife. What he's selling is actually something that should be of interest. I see your hand, sir. 1, 2, Dr. Brooks, and any more? 3, the lady down there in the middle. All right, microphone, please.
Microphone for just the 3 questions.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Babatunde Adeyemo once again. I'm a real estate entrepreneur. What a very, very laudable idea. But I solely believe that if you want to rescue someone, you must have an in-depth knowledge about what exactly you want to rescue that person. Sure. For example, in real estate now, if you want to rescue someone, that means you must know about construction, you must be a very good quantity surveyor, you must know about searching for root of title or whatever that it is in the real estate sector. And now it has to be a versatile thing. Imagine that person is trying to invest in mine, education, infrastructure, energy. That means you must be an encyclopedia to be able to do all those things perfectly. Okay. So what have you really invested towards having the manpower and the knowledge for such establishment? Thank you very much.
All right. So let me answer your question straightforward. You used real estate as an example, and you said I have to be a subject matter expert in real estate, right? May I posit that personally, for us to be able to attend your real estate problems, we have a plethora of service providers in real estate, from quantity surveyors to architects to, a plethora of service providers in real estate. Like I said, we are a project management service. We are a third party, and we have a plethora of vendors and service providers in our catalog who we basically connect the client to the service provider, and we basically serve as an intersection between both, and we help supervise the project. I think you want to say something.
So how do you guard against a conflict of interest? Now you are delegating people to do those things on someone's behalf. How are you going to guide against conflict of interest? Because
where's the conflict of interest coming from, sir?
There could be. The person you are nominating to do that thing on your behalf.
Okay, so we have trusted vendors, right? We have trusted vendors who meet certain criteria before we send them to the clientele, right? We don't fulfill the task at the end of the day, we don't fulfill the task by ourselves. We basically have a plethora of service providers who have been vetted, who have gone through several vetting process and have a track record of service delivery, who we connect with, who these tasks and projects are outsourced to, while we run a supervisory and project management role.
I think this was the question that I put to the gentleman who made a presentation on Safety-Fi on the opening day. You are delegating your credibility.
Yes, sir.
So it's a transferred credibility now, and I
So we're
think
selling
that's where
trust.
Dr. Adeyemo's question is going.
Yes, sir.
But I think that you could have a further engagement on this because it's really something that you need to work on.
Yes, sir.
The service you are doing is more like selling
Trust.
the promise.
Yes.
And to sell the promise, you've got to do quite a lot of work.
Yes,
Dr. Brooks, thanks for answering the question. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. My question is actually a financial question, so
All right,
hopefully
sir.
it will be fairly simple. You said that you're raising at a $5 million value.
No, 500,000.
But you're raising $500,000, but at a $5 million valuation.
Valuation, yes, sir.
And you said you're giving 5% equity.
Yes, sir.
So 5% equity of $5 million is a $250,000 investment. $500,000 would be a 10% equity stake. So I'm just wondering, the numbers don't seem to make sense to me.
Yeah. So, yes. The numbers don't sync. It's supposed to be 10% equity, not 5% equity. Sorry, my apologies for that. It's
Thank
10%
you.
equity.
And the last question for Mr. Arua. It's the lady right almost opposite you. Okay, they've answered your question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Do we have any more questions for him? Okay, thank you all very much. And it's been an engaging session. And I would personally have loved to see more manufacturers. I would have loved to see more products. But of course, in the services industry now, we say every service is also now becoming a manufactured product. So for the services of the NGOs and the welfareist people who have made presentations, I think that they should generate interest and contribution from you. And for next time, I think that the manufacturing sector should really attract much more interest. But all said and done, I want to thank everyone for listening to this session, and I want to thank the organizers once again for giving me the opportunity to moderate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Mr. Olufemi Boyede, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Koinonia Ventures Limited, Nigeria. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. We now move on as we approach the concluding aspects. But just before we move on to the next, let me respectfully invite Mr. Barrister Kachi for a very brief information. Please, a round of applause for him. He is a member of the Summit Planning Committee.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Just a couple of bits of information to update us. The first is the evaluation forms that you've been given. Many of you have received this. It's been going out since the first day and it's going to carry on until dinner tonight. We want you in the spirit of pursuit of excellence and continuing improvement. We want to give you a better NDIS every year. So we will appreciate it if you could please complete those forms and hand them back to the two ladies over there or to me. And also, the forms are available as well online. So if you're here, you can pick up the paper and do that. Otherwise, you can do it online. We'll appreciate it. That is so important to us because it's the basis upon which we get the data that will enable us to deliver the improvement that we are sure you deserve and you desire. I think that's it for the moment. Just a quick comment on some of the things that I've heard. I've been involved in training the pitchers. Some of the things that I've picked up from yesterday, I was going to speak about it yesterday, but I thought I'll just squeeze it in now. The thing to understand is our relationship with them. Legally speaking, they own their business, they own their strategy, it's all theirs. We can only do our best to shape them. I saw the last pitch that happened now, and I remember this individual. I think Dr. Chris Brown pointed out that there was a mismatch in the numbers between the valuation and what you're offering. There's no anecdote that we have not employed in communicating this to them. But what I've noticed is, I've done this now, this is for 6 years. What I've noticed is that when they come out here, they'll do what they want to do. And because we signed off a disclaimer, there's nothing we can do about that. I just want you to understand that there's a limit to which you can tell a man or a woman what to say or what not to say. But I want you to rest assured that all of this was drilled into them. But they may have respectfully listened to us whilst retaining their private intentions away from us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please give him another round of applause. He's the media coordinator, and that explains why you must have observed very intentional paparazzi as he spoke. Please give Barrister Kachi Okeze another round of applause, please. So we'll have tea break very shortly, I'm told. I'm told to tell you that in 10 minutes we should go for tea break. It's a late tea break. But just before tea break, we want to quickly invite the moderator for healthcare, as we have just a pitch or two for healthcare. We have Dr. Friday Okwo Juju, consultant, Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Wuse District Hospital, Abuja. Dr. Friday, please approach the podium. And we invite Mr. Doyin Adeshida, Zapama Tech Limited. Are you here, Mr. Adeshida? Mr. Doyin Adeshida. And then we have Dr. Yetunde Ayo Oyalowo, the Market Director. Dr. Yetunde Oyalowo, yes, please, Market Director. And we'll also want to find out if Dr. Peter Ntepe is online. Dr. Ntepe, are you online? Can we find out if he's online? Dr. Peter Ntepe, we'll find out if he's online. So very quickly, I would invite. Is he online? Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, so he's online. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll take the first picture, Doyin Adeshida. Let's have him. He's also online. Doyin Adeshida. Let's have him online now.
I have a recorded piece. Pretty bad.
Okay, so the video for Doyin Adeshida. I hope it's a minute or two, because you have 3 minutes, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please, I have a recorded pitch that the media team would play for me. And afterwards, I'll just show you a little demonstration about the application that we're building, which encourages walking as a preventive measure against health issues.
You okay? You okay?
Please, is the video being played?
Where's your number? You don't want to follow me, Doctor. What are you doing? Market. So you are next after him, or you're tuned in?
All right, so we'll move on, as I would now invite the Market Director on the healthcare, Dr. Yetunde Ayo Oyalowo, for her pitching.
Thank you.
market doctors, please, market doctors. Please, can I have the video?
Please, loud and please.
Video.
investing in people. All right, so I really would like to call upon any investor out there, any philanthropist out there to please reach out to this woman. She is saving lives. Imagine how many people she had touched. Thank you. I really, really want to commend that.
Thank you. My name is Somonigo, Federal Investor of Petroleum Resources, Forum. I just want to say this is one of the best speech I've seen. It was timely, a minute, the video, I saw that. And the other thing is that, you talked about collaborations. I'm a member of Lions Clubs International. I used to be national president in Leo Club. I think Lions Club will be a very good partner for you, and also Rotary. So if you have a model, I've taken your contact. It would be nice to see how it looks like, and then work with local governments for this healthcare. I want to see this at a Frum market in Uwe, local government in Delta State. Thank you.
Thank you. There's a hand up there. Microphone here.
If you have a question online, please also indicate electronically. We'll take you.
I actually don't have a question. I just want to add to what she has said. My name is Taiwo Shinusi. I live in the US. I've been there for 30 years. And when this idea was presented to me, I'm an investor in the company, and I'm actually here to also support her. I came all the way from the US for this. When she introduced it to me, we started with 10 million naira, just taking it across. Now we have been to 13 states in Nigeria, and we have seen over 500,000 people and saved a lot of lives. So it's a good idea. What I'm also saying is that if you cannot afford to adopt a clinic, you can adopt an individual and say, okay, when you recognize an individual that has an ailment that needs to be treated over the course of, for $200 only, you can adopt an individual, and we can give you progress report on that individual to let you know that we are doing what we set out to do. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Babatunde Adeyemo. I must really join the other speakers to commend you for that wonderful work that you are doing. It's a great one. But be that it may, I'm a proponent of starting small and grow with it, because I don't like seeing a wonderful ideas dying simply because of lack of funds. Nigerians now throw their money at frivolities. I'm sorry to say that. What about if these funds are not coming? Are you considering, do you have any second strategy to push forward this ideology so that it won't die untimely? I'm ready to support small if you are ready to start small and grow with it. And I believe beyond the sky will be your limit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we have it going. Like I said, the informal sector, they do not have so much money, but they can pay day to day. So drug, they know they're not going to spend more than maybe 3,000, 3,500. And for those that we have the clinics in the market, they can actually come to pay for their drugs every week. When you go to the pharmacy and you want to buy drugs, you have to buy it in a particular quantity, but we can actually retail it to them in small bits and pieces. Besides that, we have a lot of partners. We have the MTN Foundation, we have the ExxonMobil, we have Bet Niger. We have quite a number of partners that work with us as philanthropy partners, and that helps us to move the marketing forward. But like I said, compared to maybe fintech and other industries, the infrastructure is not there. But we know that we've managed at least 8 mobile clinics at once across 8 states in Nigeria for a period of 1 year. So we've seen the model, we know it can work. And we know that if there's a mobile clinic in Abuja, it can stand on its own. And the model is to allow doctors nurses, people who want to stay in the country and want to become entrepreneurs, to be able to give them the franchise and tell them, this is how to do it. I'm a public health physician. I've been a doctor for 23 years. So there are younger doctors coming up, they want to become entrepreneurs. The plan is to hand over the franchises to them and say, go and do it in a forum. Are you from a forum? This is how to run it. Go and run it and you'll make your money from it. So we don't intend to do everything ourselves. We are ready to actually hand over franchises to people, young doctors, nurses, to lead them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yetunde. I think it's a very good idea and it is doable. Thank you, ma'am. Can we have the next picture?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. If we have the next speaker online, if he's there, can we have him? That's the picture we had earlier. Can we have the video now? Can we have the video now? So the market doctor, you still stand by to have a general photo session. Market doctor will have a general photo session later. So the video is on.
That will provide not only financial security,
Volume.
wealth sharing potential for everyone by capturing just this little percentage of the projected 15% growth in the tech sector.
Volume, please.
Has the potential to generate trillions of dollars for everyone in the coming years. To connect with us further and become a part of this journey, take one of our action cards from our Gen Z partners in the hall or visit zippercoins.com/peace deck. This card is your gateway to partnering with us. Join us in this journey. Let us turn the red on the map to green, from despair to opportunity. You might want to have a look at our white paper as well at zippercoins.com/white paper. Let's unlock a future of exponential value for Africa together. Thank you very much. Today I'm calling on visionary partners to join us in this mission. With a $3 million investment in our pre-seed round, we will launch phase 1 of our sustainable solutions that will provide not only financial security, but real wealth sharing potentials and a safety net
MC
for
Bolun.
by capturing just this little percentage of
Technical
the projected
volume.
15% growth in the tech sector. Zipama has the potential to generate trillions of dollars for everyone in the coming years. To connect with us further and become a part of this journey, take one of our action cards from our Gen Z partners in the hall or visit zippercoins.com/peace deck. This card is your gateway to partnering with us. Join us in this journey. Let us turn the red on the map to green, from despair to opportunity. You might want to have a look at our white paper as well at zippercoins.com/white paper. Let's unlock a future of exponential value for Africa together. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much for playing this. I'm sorry I'm not in the hall. I lost someone, as I said, and she has a 12-year-old kid, and she had no life insurance. That's a disaster. And that is just one person. This is something that is very common in Africa. Many people do not have an active life insurance, and that's because of poverty. But with technology that we're building, literally, this is our app that we're building. It's still being built. It is a co-trekking application, meaning it encourages people to co-trek. People earn rewards while trekking. So we're developing 7 different types of tokens that people would earn while walking. So take, for instance, you walk 1,000 steps today, you earn 1 Zipper coin. With that Zipper coin, you can buy data for your phone, so you can save the 500 Naira in your pocket. If you walk consistently for a streak, you earn health miles, which we'll use to partner with insurance agencies, so that people can get a discount on life insurance policies. The app, as I said, encourages event creation. You can create an event on the application, like this particular event, and decide to take a walk, maybe to the event with your friends while earning and staying healthy. I'm currently in Akure, Ondo State, where I find a lot of old people, 89, 90-year-old people, still walking about. And I get to ask them what their secret is, and they tell me it's because, they walk a lot. Walking has a lot of health benefits. So our app literally is incentivizing walking. It has security feature. While you're walking, someone comes to harass you, you tap on the security button, and it sets an alarm to everybody else within your community, your reach, and they can come to your rescue, to help you. Literally, the app also has, texting, like a TikTok kind of version as well. It's a full ecosystem. We're also developing energy harvesting shoes that would convert people's kinetic energy into, charges that they can use to charge their zipper watch. That's their smart watch and their smart rings, so that you don't have to carry your phone around all the time to track your steps. Sorry, if you want to read more about us, we have our white paper on zippercoins.com/white paper, and this pitch in itself as well is on zippercoins.com/pitch deck. I'm sorry, my pitch is not, I'm not at the very right place, but I just had to deliver this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Doyin. It's a Pema Technology Limited.
Yes, sir.
Do we have any question from the audience? Any area of clarification, please? Any question for Mr. Doyin? Well, in the absence of any question, I think we should call it a wrap-up, yes. Mr. MC.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. On that note, let me invite Barrister Kachi Okezie for a quick announcement as we prepare to go for tea break. And this announcement is very, very important. This is NDIS breaking news. Barrister Kachi Okezie, the media coordinator, bringing you a breaking news.
I'd like to be the harbinger of good news. I am delighted, as has happened in years past. This one took a bit long in coming, but it did come in the end. I'm proud to, first of all, invite one of our sponsors, one of our big sponsors, NDIS 2024, Dr. Moji, is the last name. She is this extra large farms. Please, first of all, are you here? Can you come forward? Thank you, Dr. Moji. Extra large farms. This entity, this business has an extra large heart and a heart for her community. I'm not going to keep you waiting too long. Let me just read out the news that has come from NDIS 2024. We're here to do business. Our key purpose here is to make connections, to foster interaction and connections for people to do business with one another. And that's what I'm here to share with you, because we encourage people when they pitch, if you get a result, let us know. If you think we've done well, tell the world. But if you think we haven't done so well, please tell us. And so, on that basis, I'm going to tell the world what you told me. And the reason I called you out here is that they may wish to verify or validate. Yeah? We have a new dealership partnership signed today from NDIS. There's an outlet that will promote and push our brand in California. And that is completed already today. This began only yesterday. And the two entities are happy to announce a new marriage. Don't we just wish them a very successful union? That's one. Extra Large Farms has also today agreed in principle on the engagement of a new distributor, exclusive distributor in Malaysia. That was done this morning. We are happy to announce 3 major announcements for the NDIS team itself. I like this one. This is for us. So I want to, yes, I would rather that you said this because I might overstate it. Please. This is good.
Good afternoon, Your Excellencies. Good afternoon, everybody. Honestly, it's a great honor to be here. I count it a great privilege, and I owe it to nobody else than my mommy. Yes, she's my mom. I call her mommy because I met her, and she just took me over. She just adopted me just like that. Who else are we talking about? The Mama Diaspora herself, Honorable Abike Dabiri. She's a woman with a large heart, and I just love her. She personally invited us over from Canada to this place. We met at the program in Canada. She was like, "You're doing too much not to be heard. You have to be at this summit." And here we are today. And just to show a little appreciation for everything that has happened here, because those 2 deals you mentioned just now will not be running for less than $1 million in California and Malaysia by the special grace of God. So if you ask me to come sponsor this program next time, I'll be ready to put in the 50 million without looking back. We came in on bronze as a bronze sponsor this year, but I'm believing God about next year. If we're not the platinum sponsor, we will be the gold. Thank you so much. So here is the announcement, and please, can I have the media team play my video now? Thank you, and God bless you. Okay, so we at Extra Large Farms, we are farmers, like I said before, and we just want to, so that's our resort. That's Extra Large Farms and Resorts is located along Otaidi-Roko Road in Ogun State. It's 35 minutes away from Obasanjo Farms or Covenant University, as you would want to know.
Starting right at the grand entrance. Well suited for your relaxation and adventure. Discover the spacious rooms designed for your comfort, with every detail reflecting elegance.
It's a farm, not an hotel.
Dive into the refreshing waters of a pool. Enjoy moments of joy at the indoor and outdoor recreational spaces. let the soothing cascade of our waterfall bring you peace. And beyond the leisure, explore our lush farms where the beauty of agriculture comes to life, where you can feel connected to nature's abundance. Extra Large Farms and Resort is your ultimate destination for relaxation, adventure, and everything in between. Your perfect escape for every experience. Extra Large Farms and Resorts, a paradise away from home.
Thank you very much. So, as a way of showing our appreciation to the NDIS team, the coordinators of this great program, we are making these three major announcements. Number one is that the planning committee, of course, headed by my very swagalicious, beautiful, hardworking, talented Dr. Badawa, we are giving you a VIP ticket, you and everybody in your team. This resort can take about 200 people right now without looking back. So we're hosting you and your team to a 3-day luxury retreat or hangout at the resort on our bill. And then the second one, I've listened to pitches here, and I'm so excited. I was so fascinated about all the pitches and everything. So we're also extending that large heart to all the top best pitchers. I'm aware there's going to be an award tonight. So everyone who gets an award as a pitcher gets a 2-day luxury holiday at this resort with their spouses. So if you pitched and you have your husband, you have your wife, you will also be able to come there.
Just a quick question.
All right.
So if you pitched,
okay,
and you don't have a wife or a husband, can you rent one?
Okay, so NDIS is full of fine guys and girls, so I'm sure they can do that.
Somebody asked that, what about if you have a side chick or a side guy?
I don't know about side chick.
She doesn't know about
Mommy
that.
Dabiru will judge that. And then this is another one. Okay, so I want to extend the 2 days luxury treat for all the top pitchers to also accommodate 10 senior citizens who are here. You are 60 and above, and you want us to spoil you. We will also sponsor you for this holiday treat at no cost. By the way, for the market doctor, she mentioned something about you could adopt a person and take care of their medical bills or something like that. So I personally, my name is Moji David, I will be adopting a life, and Extra Large Farms will also be adopting somebody to take care of their medical needs. Last but not the least, somebody is here, holiday is coming, Christmas is coming, New Year is coming, and you're looking for where to have your holidays. You want to host an event for your staff. We do that a lot. Corporate retreats, corporate hangouts, family vacations, and all that. That's what we do. For anybody who is here and you'd like to have your most memorable and fun Christmas or New Year holiday, just let us know you're coming from the NDIS, and you will get between a 10 and 20% discount for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you to the organizers.
That last one, just to clarify,
yes,
is special to anybody who participated at
yes,
NDIS 2024.
Yes.
Can we have a resounding round of applause?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
so
last
much.
but not the least, to all the officiating personnel and the coordinating people of NDIS, Extra Large has 21 different food products that are named the local, normal, staple foods in Nigeria, but void of chemicals, 100% natural food products. So we're giving you at least one item for everybody.
What happens to the MC?
MC, you get one. MC with the baritone voice, you also get one. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing time. See you next year, by God's grace.
Thank you.
A round of applause for Extra Large. Thank you very much. Extra large, promise made, promise kept.
Sorry, MC, do we have a DJ in this house at all? No, press this one. This is mega.
Thank you. So we're heading to lunch, a tea break, I'm sorry. It's a late tea break.
Okay.
Just a quick recognition of a few people. And
Could we
then,
have the committee members up here, please? NDIS 2024 members, come on. Let's get a picture.
so pictures, while picture is ongoing, we want to recognize Ambassador Afolabi Oke, the permanent representative to Nigeria and ECOWAS. A round of applause for Ambassador Afolabi Oke. Thank you for being here. We recognize Mr. Fidelis Anozike, CEO, 1st October publication. Thank you for being here. Ms. Noli Ugboma, publisher, Times. Thank you very much for being here. So we'll have the picture session. The picture session will be on in a moment. While that is on, tea break.
Diaspora focal officers, please, on the stage. Mr. Anosie. Mr. Anosike.
Mr. Fidelis Anosike is invited to join. Miss Noni Ugboma is invited to join the picture. Miss Noni Ugboma is invited to join the picture.